and welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing? 1 second, I might have the wrong thing selected. Nope, it's the correct one. Cool beans. Welcome everyone to another Tinfoil day. Welcome to Tinfoil Wednesday. This is the last stream I will be doing before my surgery. This is the last stream I'll be doing before my surgery. So after this, you won't see me for about a week. You're not going to see me for about a week. My recovery time is about 2 weeks, but after the first week, I can go up the stairs again, and I'll be able to come up here and stream. So yes, should be good. Welcome, everyone. Today we're doing Tinfoil. We're doing one last conspiracy debunk stream before you don't see me for a little bit. I have some fun stuff to take a look at. Noted conspiratorial scammer died, and we'll talk about that. And, yeah. Did I get the stuff? Which stuff, Altered Undying? I have gotten so much stuff in the last week. By the way, I do have those wish lists for my post-surgery recovery stuff if you want to get me anything. I have a bunch of books and some, like, cheaper Blu-rays and stuff on there. No pressure, but a lot of people have sent me stuff, so if you want to be nice and get me a gift, you can do so. But again, I expect nothing. But no, seriously, in particular, like, Green Guy and Just a Peach sent me so much fucking shit. It's crazy. Oh, am I a little quiet? I mean, maybe turn me up a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I didn't get the P.O. Box packages yet, but they will be gotten for me. Someone's gonna go get them for me at some point. I was originally gonna get them, I think, today, but Broha Blast, who normally brings them to me, unfortunately has tested positive for COVID. So he can't come over till that's not a thing anymore. Alright, let's see what's going on in chat. Bittergrin, thanks for a 265 stream streak, says Happy Orky Eve. Not quite yet. I have to work tomorrow, but after that. Rick M with 100 bits says, will you be on Discord while you recover? I'm sure people will want to know how you're feeling, maybe just a daily update. I'll definitely be on there, for sure. KR Goss, thanks for 59 months, says, good luck on the surgery and thanks for the fantastic community. Thank you for being a part of it. Phyllis Filler, thanks for 27 months, says, pre-op stream. This sub-baby's name is going to be Testicle Snip. Unstable Deadbeat with 25 months says, hi Hannah, good luck with your surgery and recovery. Sure everything will go great. We will miss you while you're gone and look forward to your return. Well, thank you very much. Horror comic and fidget toy. I did get that, Altered Undying. Yes, the Tales from the Crypt and the hand thingy. The hand thingy is so satisfying for my ADHD, you have no idea. Thank you. And I'm excited to read the comic. Overthought, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. I did get All-Star Superman. Thank you for that. Excited to read that too. I've heard really good things. Stonecore Bell, thanks for gifting a sub. Lilac Rosenberg with 40 bits says, I'm going to summon UFOs while you're gone. And it's that noise that's supposed to be a UFO summoning noise that's just incredibly annoying. I don't think it's going to bring aliens. I just don't think it. Terradona, thanks for 44 months. Sweet Lily Love says, congrats on the surgery. Hope all goes well. Thank you. Dillis Filler says he grew up to be Testicle Snip Elliot. Nemesaur, welcome. Thanks for 20 tier 1 subs. Your incredible generosity is much appreciated. 16% to level 7 on the hype train. Holy crap. So, yeah, we're gonna do our last stream until, I don't have testicles, so that's good. Cool beans. I don't think I have anything else to say. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. If you want to help support the stream, you can always subscribe or gift subs. We'll probably be behind on gift subs this month because I'm not gonna stream for a week, but nonetheless, you could always help out, like Nemesaur. Nemesaur, you're always awesome, and always gift subs. Thank you so much for that. And I think that's it. Let's jump into it, shall we? What are we going to start with? Let's start with the death, because I find that to be interesting. Do you guys remember, oh boy, I covered him somewhat recently, too. Do you guys remember the, Tom Paladino, scalar light guy. This is the guy that claimed with his scalar light he could heal you by putting, like, your picture in a box and hitting the picture with scalar energy. He's dead. He died. I'm not saying that's a good thing. You can't celebrate the death of people, so I'm not doing that.
Hi, I'm Tom Paladino. I'm a scalar light researcher. I'm in my laboratory with my scalar light instruments, and I want to demonstrate just how powerful these instruments are.
So he would have people pay him money, and he would claim that with his scalar light energy device, he could cure their HIV, or their cancer, or their herpes.
I'm holding in my hand a fluorescent tube.
How did he die? I feel like you're not gonna believe me if I tell you, because it's some Looney Tunes fucking Wile E. Coyote shit. Chat, he fell off a cliff. Scalar Light Man fell off a cliff to his death.
This tube is still in the factory packaging. When I place this fluorescent tube close to the scalar energy instrument, it illuminates. That's how powerful scalar energy is. It fills my laboratory. Now, in practice, I work with people by way of their photographs. This is my photograph. It has an information field. It's embedded with the energy. And when I place a person's photograph...
I think we need to start considering that scalar light just makes you fall off mountains. I'm just saying. So, funny enough, the way I found out that he died... My job is so dumb. The way that I found out that he died was the psychic show that we watch where they try to contact dead people did a Tom Paladino episode where where they psychically connect with the dead fraudster, although they don't think he's a fraudster. So, it's just a churn, you know? Conspiracy theorists eating each other for content. So let's see her contact the scam artist from beyond the grave.
Hello, beautiful people.
We are playing bingo, if you'd like to get your card.
The beautiful Nicole Schwartz here, who is an excellent channeler, medium, and her information is on the screen and, of course, in the description box.
I hope that if I die in the surgery, she channels me.
Below, where it will stay there forever and ever and ever. In case you ever need her 20 years from now, it'll be there. And we're going to talk about a friend of mine, Tom Paladino. Tom Paladino and I share the same interest in scalar energy. And I even interviewed him, and we did YouTubes together and stuff like that. He founded this company called Scalar Light, where he used DNA. I don't know. I can't remember how he did stuff. He used a photograph, etc., to help get
the details of the scam are unimportant.
Mostly take care.
The important thing is that he got to scam people before he died, so that's good. He died September 2024. I don't know the exact date. This is just the first I've heard about it.
Just agents in the body. I'm not really sure.
Overthought with 100 bits says, to further intertwine these folks, Wretched Recess will transvestigate her. Thanks for the hype train, everyone.
I can't remember. It's been a long time since we did the YouTube. But anyway, he was traveling and he fell off a cliff and succumbed to those injuries later on. So
that's not good. Don't fall off cliffs. That's not fun. That's not good. Don't fall off them. Green Guy with a tip says, hey Hannah, I was channeling my grandma last week and bought you all the snacks and butt cushions. Hope it all brings you yummy joys and comfort vibes. I love buying people food. Well, I really appreciate it. I'm going to be stocked up on snacks. Chat, Green Guy bought me... how many packs of fucking Rice Krispie treats? They're packs that have 40 Rice Krispie treats in them, and Green Guy bought me like 5? And that's not even the amount of crackers and cheese and fucking pretzels I have. It's insane. Green Guy and Just a Peach sent me multiple pantries worth of snacks.
At least that's what I understand. It's kind of a mystery.
And that's not counting the Oreos and the Reese's that I was sent. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to keep track of my calories.
Anyway, let me read the backstory here. Tom Palladino's interest in energy healing began during his undergrad.
Speaking of which, if you want to get me stuff, I still. I'm sorry. I feel like such a bitch, but people do send me stuff, so I don't know. I bring it up. It's like Christmas. It's nice. I throw the link out there, and then people send me things. It's like magic.
Graduate studies, where he developed a deep admiration for Nikola Tesla. Maybe he's Nikola reincarnated. You never know. The renowned inventor known for his work with
reincarnation on the bingo card. That's funny. Even the lady on the left seemed to think that that was a stupid thing to say. She's trying not to laugh. It looks like my first channel with a $5 super chat says, sorry, it's not much, but good luck with your surgery. No one owes me anything. So thank you very much for that $5 super chat. I really appreciate it.
Deep admiration for Nikola Tesla. Maybe
look at her.
Nikola reincarnated. You never know.
Even she's looking like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The renowned inventor known for his work with energy fields. This admiration led him to explore the concept of scalar energy, a non-electromagnetic energy.
Fewer people know about his advances in dental dams for birds.
That I use, believed to be the fundamental life force present throughout the universe. Is that what I deal with? The fundamental life force? That's what
Like,
Wow, that sounds important. Oh, gosh. Okay. Anyway, Paladino was also influenced by the work of Dr. Thomas Henry Moray, who investigated radiant energy and its potential application. Anyway, he passed away in September of 2024, and so many people have come to me by email, text, etc., saying, you know him. Let's go ahead. And so I wanted to wait until things cooled down. I mean, his wife was. It was just.
Is the scalar energy stuff vibes based? Ooh, that's a good question. They don't mention vibrations. I'm not going to call it vibes-based. Just because he did claim to have a scientific explanation, even if the scientific explanation was bullshit. So I'm going to say no.
Just a big shock.
mm-hmm.
But anyway, don't hold me to the whole story about him falling off a cliff, but that's what I heard happened. Is that what happened, Tom? Tom, are you there? Tom?
He's saying hi, and Eric's like, "Mom, I'm here too. Hi."
Oh, hi, Eric. I love you. I already told
It's
you
like, "I
that.
love you too." He's like, "Me and Tom are here together," and Tom said, "Yes, he did have an incident when he was hiking,
Oh, yeah.
which led to life-threatening injuries that he couldn't come back from."
I am so
Why didn't... if people had just understood how to use his scalar energy device, they could have saved him. Why didn't they use his scalar energy device on his broken body after he fell off that mountain? People paid him money to use his miracle healing technology. Did they just not know about it? Oh no! Jules Kersler with 44 months says, I hope your surgery and recovery go well. Thank you.
sorry. Was that an exit point of yours?
It was it was a soul contract that I wasn't aware that it was coming up so fast.
Yeah.
But
the soul contract thing is like when they believe that you agreed to all of the events of your life before you were born. Real cringe shit.
I always knew I was going to go out, quote unquote, with a bang. So
you were such a good man. Oh, you are a very good.
Oh, what a good man he was, taking money from sick and vulnerable people for absolutely nothing in return while he lied to them and gave them false hope with his fake technologies. What a good guy, scamming those sick and vulnerable people. He was so good. I'm so sad he fell off a cliff and had time to think about his life and all the wrong he'd done. Ah, what a bummer.
Good, sweet man who was very generous and giving. You did a lot of your work for free, so I just committed.
Meaning, it wasn't generally free. A lot of it was free, most of it wasn't. He took money for most of it. Oh, okay, cool.
You about on that.
he's saying thank you. He's like, so you're doing great work too. He goes, keep going.
I'm trying. So, did you have a past life, or were you in any way associated with Nikola Tesla?
Yes. He's told me he's like a big yes. He wasn't Nikola Tesla in a past life, but they were friends,
Oh,
and they did have a connection, and they had multiple lives together. So they did work on
Was Tom Paladino the pigeon? Professor Daddy, with 36 months, says a new month. Gotta get that sub baby out before the surgery. Oh my goodness! That's 3 years! 3-year anniversary! This sub baby's name is going to be We're Stuck Here Forever. That's the name of the sub baby.
things going forward, but during this life, he wasn't able to be with him, but he was able to follow in his studies and footsteps
oh,
of his
okay.
scientific
That makes
work.
sense. That seems so right. I keep seeing something in the corner of my eye. I don't know what, a cat or something. Anyway, Tom, can
It's your son's ghost. He's telling you to move on and seek therapy.
you share a little bit about your journey into
Ryan Cooper renews their membership on YouTube for 23 months, says that pigeon joke is for the birds. Ba-dum-bum.
light healing and how you first became connected to this energy?
He's saying he was always fascinated by energy and the anomalies that they comprise of life in our unique world. He says, even so, there is multiple things that proved that we could manipulate energy in a way, or our energetic field of where we're residing. So environment, and around us and our mind really play
Like
a
our
factor in
biofield.
this.
Our biofield.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He's saying, but also incorporating like a less broad fascinate, like it's more, he's saying he was able to, I keep hearing cellular.
Okay, this is vibes-based conspiracy on the bingo card. Now, the original guy, Tom Paladino, had a whole pseudoscientific explanation for how this stuff worked, but clearly they're not familiar with his pseudoscientific jargon. So they are using vibes. So this is vibes-based conspiracy.
Level.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it was like,
True.
so he was fascinated of like when he would put things under a microscope he's showing me,
Yeah.
and get to really see what was going on and see how his work could kind of manipulate what was going on and actually
And
heal
that's
and make it
true.
better.
That's true. I remember you did some experiments where a virus was destroyed or a bacterium was destroyed, or the cell all of a sudden wasn't being attacked.
Lady Anne says, you would know this. Is there a movie about a fake channeler whose actually dead loved one is trying to reach out to them and getting them to move on or something? The closest I can think to that is The Last Exorcism, which isn't about a loved one. It's about a charlatan exorcist like Bob Larson running into a real exorcism. But it's not that. That's the closest to that kind of thing I can think of.
But I can't remember exactly, but you saw changes when you gave some sort of instructions to that cell or that bacteria, the virus. You saw
Hmm.
changes that you instructed. So I think that's cool. How did your understanding of scalar light evolve over time?
Um,
Or did it?
it has, because I was overcome it with so much more knowledge from when I first started out, and I was able to see, and a lot of it's through experience and what the work showed me and how it could heal different things. But a lot of it was trial and error. When I followed the teachings of other mentors, it led me to kind of conceptualize and hone in on what I really wanted to work on within the scalar energies.
Wow, she's really bad at this. She's one of the worst channelers she's had on this show. Because, like, channeling is basically just improv. You're making shit up, you know? She doesn't seem very good about making shit up. She's so vague. Ugh. Diogenes, thanks for 16 months, says sweet 16 subiversary. Indeed, you get a big tiered cake.
Scalar light fields.
Hey, Jesse.
And he's saying that
Ghost is kind of that, too. I haven't seen Ghost. Somehow. I own it. Never seen it. Didn't The Frighteners have a subplot like that? Don't know. Haven't seen The Frighteners. Own it. Haven't seen it. There's a lot of, like, comedies and stuff that I haven't watched.
You were able to utilize the energy within the universe. We are all able to utilize it, and it's what you do with it. And this helped me pinpoint, like I said before, different areas that I could kind of blast open or make a difference in a way where it was non-invasive
That's
and
true.
um the human body and other even animals and just nature in general, and just aid in kind of the earth's own and our own like healing process.
Right.
Okay. I think what's enough of the Tom Paladino channeling. I think we get the gist. Our friend is dead. Let's exploit him. Woo! Fun stuff. Okay, what's next? Let's take a look at the bingo card real quick. I know we only had a couple things, but let's try and keep up on it. Oh, we had reincarnation, which is up here somewhere. Past lives reincarnation. Vibes-based conspiracy. Anything else? Is that it? What y'all gonna watch while I recover? I'm figuring that out tonight and tomorrow. I'm gonna look through my movies and see. Because most of my movies are downstairs, which is fine. I'll be able to access those. But a lot of them are up here, and I won't be able to access these movies. So, A, I'm probably gonna take some pictures of the shelves so I can say to Baha when she's home, hey, can you go and grab me these movies? Here's where they are. But I'm also gonna grab some and put them downstairs just so they're there for me. Because she's, gonna have to work. She's taking, of course, like, the day before and, like, the days after surgery, but there is gonna be some time that I'll be home on my own, so I want them downstairs. Adventuresin.net says, best of luck with your surgery. Thank you. Screaming at the Radio with 50 months says, oh, wasn't expecting a stream today. Good luck with the surgery. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, what's next? Oh, this is just kind of weird. I didn't know where else to put this. I don't know if I'd even say this is necessarily conspiracy, but I don't know where else to put this, and I wanted to watch it. These people are conspiracy theorists who believe a lot of conspiracy stuff, and that's how I found them. But this is just a weird thing this guy believes. The title of this video is, Should We Kill All the Carnivore Animals?
You've been suggesting lately that we should eliminate carnivorous animals to stop the suffering, and that's ruffled a bunch of feathers in the vegan movement.
So they are vegan, which nothing wrong with that. You guys know my wife is vegan. I respect that. I think that's cool. The problem is that sometimes with any belief, people can get into really weird places. And this individual has gotten so far into animal rights that he is now wants carnivore animals removed when he sees them because he doesn't want them to hurt herbivores. Densetsu is on the nose with this. Says, gee, wouldn't that completely fuck up entire ecosystems? Yes. Yes, it would.
Is there going to be a tour of Africa with Gary Yourofsky eradicating big cats in the future?
All right. Let me
Anti-animal club.
explain this to everybody. Likes to take my comments out of whack. Here, let me explain it this way. A lot of people have dogs. I had dogs in my life, wonderful companions. Whenever Rex or Doyle went after a squirrel or a bunny rabbit, I screamed at them. No, stop that. Ran after them, prevented them from killing the bunny rabbit. I'm pretty sure everybody with a dog does the same thing. So how come it's okay to stop our dogs from going after bunny rabbits and squirrels, but not okay to stop a lion from killing a zebra?
Because a dog is a domesticated animal that you own, that is effectively your chattel, right? They are your responsibility, and it's not their natural, like, how do I put this? You are the one feeding them. They aren't subsistence hunting outside to survive. They're just killing things for fun because it's their instinct. I don't blame the dog for that. I blame you as the owner because it is your place to, like, stop that if it's happening. But a dog is different than a lion. The lion is not domesticated. The lion can't go home at the end of the day and get fed, right? Also, I don't know if this guy knows this, but there are animals that are obligate carnivores. Dogs can, in theory, go without eating meat, though I don't know if they're going to thrive in that situation, but there are alternatives for cats, in his example for, like, large African cats, but this goes for all cats, I believe. They are obligate carnivores. If they don't eat meat, they will die. They need it. So you're effectively talking about extinguishing so many species, and then the ecosystem's going to collapse because you're going to have so many herbivores that their populations are going to explode. They're going to destroy their environments by overfeeding, and then they're going to overpopulate to the point where they're starving anyway. So it's not good. Let me put it this way. I'm from Michigan, right? So in Michigan, we used to have a population of wolverines, right? And I think there were also wolves, but I'm not sure about that. There were predators that would keep, for instance, the deer population in check. Humans overhunted the carnivores to the point that now we have a problem. If humans don't hunt a certain amount of deer every year, the population explodes, and it's not good. So we've tried this accidentally by wiping out natural predators in their environment, and it goes poorly. It's an ecological disaster. Icky Neko, thanks for 25 months as a quarter.
Question is, how come everybody hates zebras so much?
We don't hate zebras. It's just not our place to go in and, like, be like, stop it, lion. You don't have a right to exist. It's not our thing, man. Dillis Filler says, wow, a Hugh Jackman infestation.
And everybody says that zebras deserve to be dinner for the lions.
They don't deserve it or not deserve it. It's not about deserve. That's a construct. That's a moral judgment you are drawing from the situation. It's nature. The carnivore eats the predator. One of them is going to die if the other does their thing. If the predator is capable of getting the herbivore, they're going to eat them, and the herbivore dies. If the herbivore gets away and the carnivore can't get any food, it dies. Like, that's part of it. I'm not saying you need to like that or be comfortable with the fact that that's the reality of life, but it is. You just gotta live with it, man.
Let's also think about this. If a wolf or a mountain lion or a coyote, you're walking through the woods with your dog, and they attacked your dog, you just jump back and go, well, circle of life. That's the way it is.
No, because one of the animals in that scenario is your domesticated animal that you have attachments to. If you saw another animal attack another animal on the trail that's another wild animal, I wouldn't expect you to get involved. In fact, that would be reckless and dangerous.
No, you're jumping on that animal to stop. And it's not fair to say, oh, because he's my dog. Well, wait a second. I thought as vegans, we were supposed to consider all animals part of our family. I consider the zebras part of my family. I consider the lions part of my family, too.
I'm going to argue at that point family has no meaning. Just put it out there.
But if somebody's attacking somebody else, I don't want it to continue. I have 2 bird baths in my backyard. I love the birds. I change the water sometimes 7, 8 times a day. When I see them...
That feels obsessive. 7 or 8 times a day you're changing the water in your bird bath? That sounds like obsessive behavior.
I'm out there looking for worms. I run outside and scare them away. Not here. Not now. Nobody's...
He's stopping birds from eating fucking worms. Like, is he aware that his yard is full of insects? Like, is he aware that the world is full of bugs and other animals eating each other all the time?
He's killing in my backyard. There's plenty of other food sources. Stop looking for the worms and killing. I'm always trying to stop and prevent harm. When I made the statement, I would shoot a lion if he was attacking a zebra, Okay, it's in theory. I'm not in the jungles of Tanzania. And this is not new, by the way. For people that say, I've been following you for so long, that part of the speech you were showing when I was in the classroom during the opening at Oakland Community College, in 2014, the opening, the first 5 minutes was about why carnivore animals are committing wrong. So this goes.
I just don't even understand what he means in that way. Like, why are you applying a human ethical construct to wild non-human animals? You can't do that. That's not how animals work. I'm so confused.
Goes back 11 years, but I always told the classes when I got the question during Q&A, what about lions eating zebras? I said, listen, I don't speak lion anyways. My concern is what humans are doing, my species. But the joke was, when humans stop killing and torturing all animals, I'll fly to the jungles of Tanzania and try to convince lions not to eat zebras. Right now, not my concern. Everybody should know I'm not planning a trip to Africa or Asia. I'm not loading up my guns and getting.
You're not going to kill all the kitty cats in the USA?
I'm not going to do that.
Do plants that get nutrients from dead insects and other rotting animals make them carnivores? I am actually a little bit curious how he feels about, like, Venus flytraps, because he cares about worms enough to try and get birds away. So clearly he doesn't draw a line at insects. Every single being, including, I assume, like, the eyelash mites on his fucking eyes, he considers just as sacred as a human life.
Stuff, but if I were there, I would do whatever I could to stop it, because I know the zebra runs away, tries to run away. I know the herbivore animals. Again, think about this too. When people say that carnivores have a right to do this, why are they condemning herbivores so much? The only beings on this planet to achieve peace, and they always get the short.
To achieve peace. I don't think he knows that much about herbivores. Aren't hippopotamuses herbivores, but they're one of the most dangerous and deadly animals in Africa? Like, to be clear, herbivores, like, it's like he has a cartoon notion of what herbivores are. Like, they're animals, sir. They kill things, just not necessarily for food. Fucking horses are herbivores, but I've heard people talk about horses straight up just eating little baby chicks. Just fucking eats a whole ass baby fucking chick. Like, they're animals. They don't know what they're doing like you and I do. They don't have moral precepts in the same way.
Stick, right? The cows in the meat industry. All the animals were just about all the animals we murdered.
Just a Peach with a $1 tip says, so he wants the bird bath, but not, he wants the bird to bathe, but not eat. If they eat worms and bugs, that's what they eat.
Murder are herbivore animals. Why do people hate herbivores so much and elevate?
They don't hate them. They just recognize that this is, like, literally how biology works on this planet, and maybe everywhere if it exists elsewhere. Who knows?
Carnivores are the ones that need to change.
Like, I don't know how to explain entropy to this man. Unless we all start being able to undergo photosynthesis, you gotta get it somewhere, motherfucker. You gotta get energy somewhere, okay? And unless you photosynthesize and you're getting it from the sun, it's gonna come from some other living thing. Bittergrin says, if it didn't violate TOS, I'd link a video of a horse eating a chick here. Yeah, it's gross. I think I've seen it before.
I will say this too, though, Jeffrey, and you've probably seen this. If not, go online and look up Kruger National Park, buffaloes and lions. What's going to happen is not Gary and Vegan Gaines going to Tanzania to stop.
Oh boy, Vegan Gaines. Green Guy with a $3 tip says, Hannah, so many humans think they know everything, like they have everything figured out. Might be an internet thing. When I retire in 3 months, I'm just gonna work on being a dumb fuck and grow food and make pasta and let stuff just be. I think you've discovered the meaning of life. Truly, I think that's it. Don't pretend you know everything. Be open to criticism. Try and be a nice person and not harm people. Make some pasta. Let stuff be. Good shit.
The murder, the herbivores will have to rise up on their own. they're going to have to fight back. And if you look at the Kruger video, a group of lions come in, they take down a young buffalo, and the small herd of buffalo run away. And when I was watching this, I'm like, no, what are you doing? I didn't
Bigger
know.
than them.
Nobody knew. They went and got the
Yeah.
cavalry. They come back with 500, 800 buffalo. They surround the lions, and they attack the lions and save their young. That's what's going to happen. The zebras will have to fight back to the lions. The antelope.
He wants the herbivores to unionize. Would that not make them the predators, by the way? Like, let's say, okay, now zebras have somehow evolved. Something happened, and a population of zebras now attacks lions. Now aren't they the predators? You know what I mean? Even if they don't kill or if they don't eat the lions, if they attack them constantly and kill them, they'd be predators, right? Bittergrin says, wait, is he victim blaming the zebra?
And everyone else is going to have to fight back, or other herbivores will have to fight on their behalf. You can also look up the hippo saving an impala. I used to show an impala. I used to show this during Q&A. There's a hippo sitting in a river. Alligator comes along, grabs an impala. The hippo is a vegan. Like us, he's probably sitting there going, you know what? I'm just trying to relax, and all you...
Oh my fucking god, is he serious? He thinks that the hippo did it as a moral concern? Oh yeah, this guy's cracked. He has no idea. He has no idea. He is anthropomorphizing animals to an extent that is unhealthy.
You guys do is come by and kill somebody without relaxing. Well, the hippo goes after the alligator. Of course, the alligator runs away.
Like, this is borderline, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but in the Soviet Union, they were not big on survival of the fittest, like in terms of biology. When we're talking about evolution, they rejected, like, Darwinian evolution in a survival of the fittest way, because they didn't like the idea that nature was in constant competition. They thought it looked too similar to, like, capitalism. So, Soviet biologists came up with a separate and incorrect hypothesis, which is Lysenkoism. Depraved Ambiance fucking has it. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Where they basically decided that, no, actually, animals all work together, like communism. Just funny. Just funny.
Away from the hippo, the baddest creature on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And the hippo tries to save the impala.
Lysenkoism, thank you for the pronunciation. Just a Peach says he's never seen when zebras and lions are fighting because there are babies. Zebras and horses are nasty when they need to be.
So the herbivores will have to rise up. And again, my focus, Vegan Gains' focus. We are focused on what humans are doing to animals. We're discussing theory. We're just having discussion. There's no need to take things out of whack. Oh, Gary wants to go shoot all the lions on this planet. The lions, though, do have to use that cognitive ability that I know they have and stop. And there was a famous lion.
They literally cannot. They will die. It literally wouldn't matter if tomorrow aliens came and shot lions with a beam that gave them moral conscience. And they're like, oh no, I don't want to eat animals. They would still be obligate carnivores. They do not have a choice. Period. They'll fucking die. Rick M with 100 bits says there's an old Doctor Who where the evil scientist believed that herbivores were wrong for eating plants. He insisted all plants should be protected. He turned himself into an animal eating plant. I love Doctor Who.
Lion, you should look this up too. Tyke. Anybody know about Tyke, the famous vegetarian lion? He lived in Hollywood in the 50s and 60s. He refused to eat flesh, and
oh, I bet his health was absolutely fucking atrocious. Reminds me of the fucking Futurama bit with the vegetarian lion.
And he lived a long, healthy life. They have to
Someone give me that Futurama clip.
have it. No, I know their bodies are capable. Don't tell me I did it during a portion of my speech. Carnivore bodies and herbivore bodies, but they don't need it either.
Don't bring up to me the scientifically studied difference between different kinds of animals. I won't listen.
We always maintain that all nutrients come from the earth, come from plant life. Therefore,
there it is.
Or we'll boycott Fishy Joe's.
You're vegetarian.
Shut up.
Animals eat other animals. It's nature.
No, it isn't. We taught a lion to eat tofu.
the lions could be getting it from the original source too, just like all the human beings, but the lions.
Human beings are omnivores. We can eat and digest and get energy both from meat and from plant matter. Human beings are absolutely capable of being vegan. Human beings are capable of it. At least most human beings. There are people with dietary restrictions and health issues that make that a non-starter, to be clear. But most humans, in theory at least, could be vegan. But that's because we're omnivorous.
Like most humans are lazy and they want to eat somebody else's flesh who ate from the earth. Just go to the direct source.
Okay.
Wow, he thinks he's made such a great point there. Yikes.
So,
but listen, but by the way, Jet, you gotta
Yeah.
appreciate the openness and the honesty. I'm willing to answer anything. And the professors, all of them, always said one thing to me. They said, Gary, we have never met anybody so open and willing to answer every question, how they feel. You really are not a politician. And that was probably the best compliment anybody could tell me.
Didn't a vegan YouTuber who only ate fruit die recently? Only fruit? That's not good.
You are not a politician.
They need some greens. They need some protein. They need, like, beans have fucking protein. Like, they can't just eat fruit. What?
And I prided myself in being not a politician. So everybody out there who disagrees with some things I say, can you appreciate the honesty? These are my opinions, not your opinions. Don't tell me to have your opinions when the question is asked to me. This is how.
No, that's fine. You can have your opinions. They're just incredibly ignorant. Green guy with a tip says, I'm lazy and this reminds me to make dinner and cook flesh. Flesh do be bussin'. Just a Peach says, during World War II, the zoo in London had to feed their animals soy mush. Even the lion, most did not survive. The lion, sorry, it's disappeared. There we go. The lion was never the same, according to the zookeepers. And then Orion Cooper with the $5 super chat says, I just looked up Little Tyke, the vegetarian lion, lived on eggs and milk and died at 9, early for a lion, of pneumonia. Okay, so they were still eating protein. So it wasn't a vegan. Okay. All right.
How I feel.
And it also was unhealthy still. That's a shame. Sorry for that lion. Fenekagami says it's possible for a lion to survive off of a non-meat diet. It happened with a chronically ill lion. They had to give him special curated diet, partially based off bugs. While the lion was healthy, humans had to control its diet, and its teeth fell out without the stimulus and stress to keep them tough. Oof.
The good news is you don't have to agree with me all the time, but you guys know I'm fighting for animal liberation. You can't agree with me on that. And you can ignore the few other things. Well, I don't like when Gary says this, and I don't like his position on that. You know, we're not going to agree on everything. There's too many issues: pro-life, pro-choice, pro-gun, anti-gun, pro-immigration, pro-legal immigration, anti-immigration, anti-illegal immigration. There's tons of issues out there. We can't possibly agree on everything. But we can all agree that animals don't deserve to be mistreated, exploited, raped, tortured, killed, have their heads chopped off, and there shouldn't be houses of slaughter all over this planet built just for them to cut them up into pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of...
Saitan with a link. A zoo in Denmark asked patrons to donate their pets, not as attractions, but for food. A European zoo stirred up intrigue and controversy after a social media post asking for surplus pets to be donated to feed captive animals. Oh no. Asked people to donate unwanted pets pets that would be gently euthanized and fed to predators in captivity. Chickens, rabbits, and guinea pigs form an important part of the diet of our predators, especially the European lynx, which needs whole prey that resembles what it would naturally hunt in the wild. In zoos, we have a responsibility to imitate the natural food chain of the animals in terms of both animal welfare and professional integrity, the post continued. That way, nothing goes to waste, and we ensure natural behavior, nutrition, and well-being of our predators. That's maybe tone deaf. I don't find any moral issue with what they're doing, but most pet owners wouldn't want to because it's their pets that they have sentimental connections to and they don't want it to be eaten. It's sentimental, you know?
Our society has kind of taught us to react very violently to people that have slight differences of opinion. I've never been approached by so many people over someone I was interviewing in my life, and people from all over the spectrum, very angry people too. And it was very shocking because I feel like society's taught us that we can control people. And
sorry, Zytam. Zytam says it's possible for a lion to survive off of a non-meat diet. It happened with a chronically ill lion. They had to give him special... No, I read that. Oh, there was a first one. In the Oz books, there's a hungry tiger that wants to eat a fat baby, but won't without consent on moral grounds. Looking deeply into the books, you realize Oz is a horror story. The Oz books are cool. Based Ozma.
And it's like people have this thing where they get so mad because they want to change you. But we're all, that's not what this is all about. It's about, like, you're allowed to do whatever you want. You're allowed to do your activism in any way you want. It's probably, you're very influential, so I see why people get so upset.
Is he influential? Who is this guy? I don't even know who this guy is. You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. I mean, he's got a channel. Okay. Vegan influencer.
But I don't think, like what we were saying, like...
Sorry, Dillis Filler. I don't know why I'm missing so many bits today. Says, I hear pet bunnies breed like rabbits.
Saying...
I'm a little nervous because of the surgery, so half my brain's already thinking about that.
You're going to go off and eradicate all the big cats. It's a ridiculous statement. And like when Richard Vegan Gains talks about, like fencing up all the lions, like we're obviously not gonna go do that. It is kind of clickbaity. Like, you do get a lot of attention for saying these things, but it starts the conversation, and it gets people talking about, or kind of like I don't want to sets the bar or raises the bar, but it gets people talking about things that they wouldn't normally talk about. Where they might find some sort of solution. But
yeah, a little scoop too, by the way. This actually started Cleveland Amory, who was the founder of the Fun for Animals. You'll remember them because you're an old timer, but most of the new timers don't know because I don't think they're around. Cleveland Amory was first talking about fencing up the carnivores, separating carnivores. So this does go back to the 70s or 80s whenever he started his stuff. Yeah. It's not new. And if you listen, you sit around enough, you start thinking about injustices, things cross your mind. And it crossed my mind too, especially after I heard Cleveland say it. And I wasn't with him back in the day, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized, why do we hate zebras so much? Why do we hate antelopes? Yeah. That we say
it is a little...
guys are food.
Moving on. They don't hate him, man. Oh! This is stupid. They think this cat has healing powers.
I believe this cat could be one of the greatest healers on this planet. And
I like cats, but I kinda doubt that.
This video, we're going to put his healing powers to the test. His name is Sekhmet, after the Egyptian goddess known for her healing ability.
Uses AI on the bingo card for these parts. Oh god, the music.
Trying this shit for a million years. This is why I think he might actually be able to heal humans. 4 years ago, I met Sekhmet's owner, Heather, while I was filming an episode about Heather being able to communicate with alien entities through...
Oh, a crazy lady who thinks that she can communicate with aliens also has a cat that can heal people. What are the chances of that? Two incredibly unlikely things happening to the same person? Man, if I was a more skeptical person, I'd almost think she was just a crazy batshit piece of shit making stuff up for attention. Or she's crazy. Wow. Glad I'm not that skeptical.
Something called light language. I was skeptical of her at first, but after spending the day...
Is it weird that my first thought is fucking white people? What is this shit? You might not like it, but this is white culture.
with her, I was shocked when I started actually speaking in this light language thing too. I see it. But something even...
Oh, you spoke in gibberish. Cool. Fun, fun. Bonk the Ripper with 200 bits says, I'll have to watch the VOD later, but I just wanted to wish you good luck on the surgery. Thank you very much.
Crazier happened while she was holding this ceremony. So I had knee issues for years after playing competitive soccer, which is something that I never mentioned to Heather or Sekhmet. But while Heather was playing her singing bowls, all of a sudden, Sekhmet laid on top of my knees and started purring all over them.
A cat laid on you and purred? Oh my god, that proves it! They must be a healer.
Didn't think anything of it until after the ceremony, I noticed that my knees felt like brand new knees. The pain that I've been living with for years was gone. Did this cat just heal my knees? So today...
No, you're stupid and gullible and I hate you.
Today, we are going...
I'm sorry, I'm anxious today.
Back to see Heather to investigate if Sekhmet is really a healer cat and if he can do it again.
Sekhmet will feel into the energy and he'll start to do his energy work.
Because now I've been dealing with this neck and shoulder thing. And
man, this cat needs an owner that's not a crazy bitch.
I could really use some help and my knees could use a tune-up too. We'll explore the actual science behind the power of sound vibration.
Okay, I can't watch this. It's gonna piss me off. I'm already getting so pissed off. I literally have to move on. You need to know, chat. I have to move on from that. It's going to physically make me so mad. Anyway, here's a guy that thinks the new War of the Worlds movie with Ice-T is predictive programming. Predictive programming on the bingo card.
So anyway, let me give you a brief rundown of this movie. Let me give you a brief rundown of the movie War of the Worlds. It was a
I'll probably watch this while I'm recovering. I heard it was so fucking bad.
2025 new rendition of War of the Worlds. And I just, when I saw it, I said, well, what could they really do with War of the Worlds? The last one that I saw was again with Tom Cruise. This one here is with Ice Cube.
And that's the last big one that was adapted.
I
think the BBC did do a TV version that was Victorian. Why does... I kind of get it. I get why the War of the Worlds thing keeps getting adapted to the present day, but I would like a good adaptation that is a period piece, because a large part of the themes are about Victorians getting their ass handed to them, even though they think they're the forever imperial power. So I wouldn't mind a nice period piece one.
Imagine a grown...
Orion Cooper with a super chat says, I watched this. I predicted you'll laugh a lot. Good.
Man whose name is still Ice Cube, right? But
so,
it's the H.G. Wells classic story about these aliens who come to...
P.S. On my wish list, I have a story about Sherlock Holmes dealing with the War of the Worlds, if you want to give me a book.
The Earth from outer space, and supposedly they take over...
I'm getting cut into this week. I can be a little cringe. And point out my wish list.
The world almost killing everyone except for they don't get to do it at the end. So that's kind of like a spoiler alert for you. Now, in the H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, it was just really about human existence being wiped out by aliens. Then this one here is about data surveillance and total control. That's the only thing that the aliens are really looking for. They are coming here for our data. They are coming here for total control. They are coming here for surveillance. And so the aliens want...
Why? I guess I'll have to see the movie. Fennikagami says part of the reason cats purr is to promote healing within themselves. It's possible that the vibrations from a cat purring could promote healing in humans, so it's possible that the cat is just soothing her pain, not actually fixing her chronic injury. I understand what you're saying there, but phrasing it that way and putting it out there is just bait for crackpots. They're gonna eat it like catnip. They're gonna treat it like, oh, it's super healing then. That's all I need to do. You can't give them an inch. You can't.
Want to surveil us. They want total control. They want all of this. And they are not coming after human lives so much as that if humans get in the way, then yeah, they're going to get you. But then at the same time, they're really just trying to go to, the data. The whole movie plays out on a Zoom call. Man, how crazy is that? So Ice Cube is on a Zoom call, and anyway, let me let you see it. I'm gonna let you see a little bit of it, and you tell me what you think. This is the preview. I hope maybe it doesn't get pulled down because I'm doing this, but it is a preview.
You left the office.
That's classified.
How is that the least convincing head move I've ever seen? How do you do that unconvincingly? What the fuck?
The surveillance industrial complex is collecting massive amounts of data with the Goliath program. Our most precious resource on Earth is data. And data is food for the superior intelligence.
Okay, so there you go. You have it.
What?
Data is food. That's what data is. So they want you to look at this as like, okay, well, this is about data. That shouldn't be so bad. But yeah, it is going to be bad when it comes down to what they are trying to tell us. They're trying to tell us that data, surveillance, and total control will be the future for humanity. And as it plays out, all of these Zoom calls,
It's so interesting to me that movies are genuinely full of messages and themes that the filmmaker intends and wants you to understand. They're not making the movie to trick you. They are intentionally conveying a message, but conspiracy theorists always, the true message always just goes over the head and they go straight to some weird other thing. Like, I can believe that mass surveillance is a theme of this movie, it appears to be. But, like, the fact that he's treating it like a secret message they're trying to get to you instead of just, like, a theme of the movie is telling.
Phones, government surveillance cameras, smartphones, satellite feeds, all of the different things that we are accustomed to hearing about, they are saying are going to meet them.
Orion Cooper says, Ice Cube barely even phones this in. It hurts bad. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it.
Main characters that play out in the future for us. Now, the main character that plays out all of this is Ice Cube. Of course, he works for the Federal Agency of Tracking Alien and Cyber Life that feeds off of the data.
Alien and cyber life?
But here's the twist. The aliens aren't just invaders from outer space. They are attracted and obsessed with our technology. So they come all the way from some solar system way out. Well, if you believe in solar systems and if you believe in space.
If you believe in solar systems.
They come from way out of space, and then they are coming here to feed off of our data, our cameras, our voice assistants, our GPS signals, and online habits. Does that sound crazy or familiar, And so this is one of the things that they are doing. And they put all of this on Netflix, one of the greatest propaganda pieces out there,
Amazon Prime. It's an Amazon Prime movie, not a Netflix movie, I think.
That's what they want to do, because you would never believe the truth.
Dad, have you seen this? Have you seen this?
It does not say data is their food! Are you fucking kidding me? The bones are their food, and also it's their money. Does anyone know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Data is their food. Wow, that's that is really, really silly, right? So
hold on, I gotta.
Follow my through the night to the skeleton, and from all over he cocked that crack and he broke down. In our skeletons money, in our world bones equal dollars. That's why they're coming out tonight to get their bones from you. The skeletons will pull your hair up but not out. All they
I'm sorry. No one knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Watch I Think You Should Leave. Dillis Filler says the Academy Award for least convincing panicked dad head movement ever goes to Ice-T.
Again, this is all about God, right? God in control. God sees everything. God is all knowing. So Satan wants to be all knowing. And according to what
When's my surgery? Couple days.
This is showing us is that they are setting up the kingdom of darkness for Satan to be able to surveil everybody on the earth, right? What would be the point of that? But of course, the aliens are supposed to be taking the blame for it. Perhaps maybe Satan is an alien. I don't know.
Satanism on the bingo card? Perhaps Satan is an alien. Who knows?
The GPS signals, the online habits, they want everything from us. But it's really not fiction. It's predictive programming. Guys, again, we've been watching predictive programming for a long time, and it has been something
that would be wonderful, Trey. I think that would be so funny to watch.
That, you know, you got
yeah, aliens are demons on the bingo card.
to say that they've been.
You don't find Tim Robinson funny. That's a shame. I think he's hilarious. I get it though.
Telling us what the future is going to be. So again, the surveillance. Supposedly in this movie is going to be played out as your savior, right? And that's what they're doing. Now, if you saw the last scene of what they were showing us was the son was running from the aliens, right? And the son was running, and he was calling his dad, and was trying to tell his dad that the aliens are after him, and he's running. So. And during the whole movie, and again, I'm going to give you a spoiler, guys. So if you don't want to...
Oh my God, it's like he hasn't said anything in a minute and a half, but he keeps talking. Am I crazy? I feel like he's saying words, but like he's not saying anything. Am I crazy? He's just repeating himself.
If you want to watch the movie and then come back to this, then do that. Don't listen to me, then come back. But I'm going to give you the whole movie. Okay, so I'm going to spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Oh no! Do I want to turn it off so we don't spoiler alert the movie for us?
Right. The whole movie is about surveillance, right? And the dad never leaves the office. He tries to leave the office, but he never leaves the office. All he does is sit there and watch his children through smart devices, cell phones, Zoom calls, and the like. Now, go figure. If the entire world is being destroyed...
That format can work. It worked okay in Unfriended, and I know there's at least one or two other movies that use that, like, computer POV thing. It's okay sparingly. I'm afraid of more movies using it, though, because it's a cheap way to shoot movies. And frankly, it sucks a lot of the time, so... Please don't make this a new thing.
By aliens, how in the world are they going to be making all of these calls on the cell phone and tracking? There's even one time when the father is tracking his daughter, who is pregnant, by the way, and she has a smart watch on, and he's watching her heart to see whether or not she's getting too emotional about what's happening. He says, baby, baby, listen, your blood pressure is getting too high. Baby, 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 listen, your heart rate is getting too high. Calm down, calm down. And then he uses a device that he has in the NSA, the federal FBI system of control, which he's supposed to be using the resources for the United States government, but he's using it all for his family, right? And he opens up this Tesla and he tells his daughter, get into the Tesla and I will drive you to the emergency room. And she hops in the back of the Tesla and he remote controls the Tesla to get to the emergency.
Okay, this is just this guy rambling now. We gotta move on. I'm sorry. Oh, God, there's so much crap. What's this? Oh no! The video's unavailable! Shoot, from the time... God damn it, they deleted it. I hate when this happens. This has been happening to me a lot today. I've multiple times pulled up a video for stream. Before stream, I had pulled up a video, and then it gets deleted before stream. So within like 2 hours, they deleted the video. It was pretty good, too. That sucks. Okay, something else then. So you know, I'll just tell you, this video is entitled The Truth About Every Race on Planet Earth, Black, White, Asian, etc.
What is a Salal race? A group characterized by one genetic trait unique to one specific group of people. 2. The very first race on this Kawak Taha, planet Earth, have been found to be Nagaru, Negroids. That is a fact. Confirmed.
Well, okay, like, yes, out of Africa is absolutely a thing, like in real life, yes. But he's gonna get into the whole Yakub thing, where he thinks that black people created white people. Which, no, it's just human populations changed where they lived, so they developed a lighter skin tone. Anyway.
Hakaktal Hakak, actual fact. 3. How many Salal races are there these days? 4. There will always be only 3 originals or root races. However...
Oh, God, race, quote-unquote, science is the fucking worst. Races are a social construct. They're not based in science.
One of them is on their way to extinction, which is why they have to mix in every 300 years because they naturally have recessive genes. 5. When it is time for a race of people to go, it is time for them to go. So on the planet, many people will talk about, you know, like, for example, people...
When it's time for a race of people to go, it's time for them to go? That just sounds genocidal.
Ask the question.
Fenekagami says, evidence number 1525 were screwed. Linda McMahon has started a tour raiding schools nationwide to promote school choice. While doing so, she sent a memo to all superintendents telling them that she wants them to cease all accommodations for special ed and classes for civil rights, after they already pulled funding from all public schools. What the fuck? They have no right to tell them anything. They're not even sending funding, so what the fuck is their problem? Stop bringing shit like this to me. I can't deal with it. I can't. I get it. Everything's gonna get worse. I'm just surviving as long as I can. I have no agency here. I have no power to do anything.
About the Mayans and say, where are they? How come they disappeared?
Green guy says F1 or NASCAR. I don't like either, but if I had to pick F1, NASCAR's boring because it just is a circle.
Yeah, and people will talk about things like the dinosaurs and say that they're now no longer here. Yeah, they've also disappeared. And this is to do with extinction. Polar bears, that's another one. Yeah, and in in life in general, when you look at things like tornadoes, earthquakes, meteorites, they will tell you, like, for example, the dinosaurs were wiped out by a meteorite. So there are...
What's F1? Formula One?
Things that take place on the planet, natural disasters that leave like craters. But when you look at these incidents and go back in time and say what happened, it could have caused a catastrophic event to the point where beings or animals or things become extinct when you look back in time. So this is what we're saying again, that when your time comes by way of natural nature, when it's time for extinction, there's nothing anyone can do about it, because by the way of natural nature, it's supposed to happen and it will happen. So going back to verse 5, part of that racial deception, it says, when it is time for a race of people to go, it is time for them to go. 6, the very first from whom the other two were Ladud, born, is the Nagar Salal, the Negroid race. 7, some traits of this race are thick skin, full lips, melanin-rich skin.
All right. I'm tapping out on that one. That one's hurting me emotionally in ways I don't want to deal with right now. Ah.
What's up, everybody? JP here.
This guy's a lot of balaclavas.
I'm really happy with what happened in France. A lot of beautiful people. Let me show you my entrance. So I had to mute the entrance, but it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Everybody received me. Everybody was, I was feeling the beautiful energy of everybody. It was just a beautiful experience. I'm really happy with the people that came there and supported me, and they were there, and I'm really happy.
What's this about Medbeds? This guy claims he was part of the secret super soldier program, so that's why he hides his face, and he does a lot of speaking events and stuff.
Appreciate it. Merci beaucoup. I know a lot of people read the books and know about my experiences, so I'm really happy about that.
Is he on the lam or something? He makes a lot of what I believe to be spurious claims about his military service, both real and imagined, so I kind of assume he's hiding it for that reason.
I got to hug so many people in France.
I got to hug so many people in France.
It was just an amazing experience. Something that every time I present, I have the same experience with people, and I love it, So a lot of people are asking questions, right, about the medbeds. Okay, let's get straight to the medbeds. I know you guys are interested in the medbeds. I am interested in the medbeds. When I went through that experience, it changed the way I see a little bit technology. Well,
I believe sci-fi technology exists on the bingo card. Have I checked out his books? I didn't even know he had books.
Every experience I had, I have a different perspective of how everything goes. Once you go through these experiences, and I'm sure people that are watching this has gone through an experience in their life that because of that experience, everything has changed. Perspective, how you see things.
I hear a baby crying in the background, which isn't great.
Perspective of how you see other people, how you see technology, how behind it is. And
what surgery am I getting? Orchiectomy.
When I had that experience in the medbed and I was inside this tube, right? and I could not move my extremities. I could not move my legs. I could not move my arms. And I had these electrical cables connected to the bottom of my feet and into my hands.
By the way, at work the other day, someone came in and they happened to be an MRI technician. And I was like, oh, have you seen the new Final Destination? And they were like, yes. You could tell everyone who's met them and has heard what they do for a living for the past, like, year and a half has told them, oh, have you seen the new Final Destination movie?
And I couldn't move. You know, I was laying down.
There's an MRI death scene in the new one. That's why.
On the med bed, and I couldn't move my body. I only can move a slightly little bit of my head. And I was looking down, and then the electricity that was coming in my body was vibrating the places where I was hurt. So it, you know,
you can't watch those movies. You're a big chicken. Oh, I love them. Those are some of my, that might be next to like Nightmare on Elm Street. It might be my favorite horror franchise. The newest one is great, and the gore is like genuinely sickening. Like the gore is so gross and realistic. So I don't know, maybe check it out.
Like, say if you hurt your wrist.
Also, really nice final performance from Tony Todd.
Right? You hurt your wrist. They put you in the med bed, right? After they put you in the med bed, you're gonna experience like a vibration and all that. And
Tony Todd is in it? Yeah, he's in most of the Final Destination movies.
This vibration is different. It's like if you put Vicks, right? You know what Vicks is? It's like that. Everybody knows what Vicks is.
Vapor rub.
My grandma used to put it on my chest, and
what did I think of the Until Dawn movie? Since I'm big on horror, I haven't seen it yet.
It made me feel better. Or my mom, every time I got sick, she used to put Bengay of Vicks or Vicks in the socks, and she used to put these socks in my feet, and I used to feel better. You know, all these, you know, are like
why? What?
Old school teachings of how to heal, I guess.
So bullshit? You put Vicks Vapor Rub in a sock?
But you feel that same sensation. You feel like a vibration of heat.
Wow, human beings are fucking idiots. Like, genuinely, as a species, I do not know how we have lasted this long. We're idiots. Holy fuck.
Or the area where it's broken or it's not working correctly in your body. So I started feeling my knees, my lower back, all this vibration. And I think that those are the particles like fixing. The Medbed has a mechanism that fixes your body using electricity and using the water portion that is in your body. So
using the water portion in your body. Explain, how is the water healing me, sir? Dillis Filler says, speaking of MRI mishaps, and there's a link, police officer's gun sucked away by powerful magnets in lab raid. A police officer's rifle was sucked into an MRI machine during a cannabis raid gone wrong in a California health center, a federal lawsuit has claimed. During the search, the LA Police Department officer's rifle was allegedly pulled into the device by its powerful magnets, which are used to make 3D images of a patient's body. 2,000 liters of helium gas were allegedly released. Oh, shit! Are you kidding me? Helium's expensive. As the rifle striking the machine, after retrieving his rifle, the officer is said to have accidentally left a full magazine full of bullets on the floor of the MRI room. Goddamn cops suck. Especially the fucking LAPD. Oh my god.
So, our body has a lot of water. So it uses the vibration of the electricity.
Why was there a cannabis raid in California? They probably needed to justify a budget item. I don't know.
It gives out into your body and it vibrates the location where it's hurt. And the Medbed can read that. See, I'm going in with a little bit more information for you guys to understand how these Medbed works and how they're going to work when you get into it. So for you to have a ready mindset when you enter into these Medbeds. And there's different types of Medbeds. Each country has a certain date and release of their own Medbeds, and they're going to release it.
Why is it nationalized?
And I
the
know
aliens care about individual nations.
Somewhere in the moon base, they have a lot of Medbeds that they're going to release also to the people that work in space and are still in our solar system missions. So, you know, of course, Earth is going to have a portion of that as well. So these Medbeds, the way they work is with vibration, right? This vibration fills your body and you're like in a numb state, and the bed just starts working on you and you just feel in a calm state. You feel like in a dream, relaxed state, and you feel the vibrations all over your body. You know, there's a lot more detail that goes into this. See, it was really vibrating a lot in my left hand. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I have a type of chip, you know.
A type of what?
I have a type of chip, you know. I can show you right here. I don't want to. I don't want.
You say chip?
I want this to gross you guys out, but I'm just gonna show you. Right here, they put a chip.
Oh no, he's got a beautiful mind delusion. Oh no. Sir, you don't have a chip in your arm. You do not have a chip in your arm. You don't have a chip in your arm. That's not an uncommon delusion for people to believe they have a tracking device or some other kind of microchip or electronic device or something under their skin that's been implanted there by someone. And literally there are people who in psychotic breaks have like dug into or cut open their own body and skin looking for the chips.
On me, so they know when I go to these missions.
Something like that is depicted in the film A Beautiful Mind starring Russell Crowe. And Paul Bettany, I think. Pretty good movie.
They know where I'm at all the time. They know what's happening. They know this chip right here knows. Well, let me show you. Okay, right here. Okay, see it? Okay, let me grab it. Let's see if I can grab it. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Does he just have like a mass under his skin? Because especially as you get older, that happens. Like you can just get benign masses under your skin occasionally and you'll feel them. Like I have one right here. I've had a doctor look at it. It's benign. It's fine. It's just like a little mass. It feels a little bit different under your skin. That happens occasionally as you age.
Okay, right there. So it's right there.
Yeah, he has some kind of mass that he is attributing as a chip. That's unfortunate.
So it's a little chip that I have here, and they made a slightly slit right here, as you can see it right here. You see it? And they put it in there, and it connects to a ligament that's connected to all my arm, connected to my heart. Yeah, I don't want you guys to get grossed out of this, but I'm just showing you. There's a chip right there. Okay, cool. So this arm, I remember it vibrating a little more. I haven't talked about that detail because I don't talk about this. But they know where I'm at all times. when I say they, you guys already know what I'm talking about.
Why the mask, then? If you truly believe that, then why wear a mask?
I don't want to get more into that detail. Just to be on the safe side, it's not the black hats. It's the white hats, okay? So I'm protected. So anywhere I go, I'm being protected, depending on what missions or what do I do. So soon these med beds are going to be rolling out, right? And they're different. There's going to be different med beds. You know how they have electrical cars, they have cars that run on just gas, you know, propane. If you go to South America,
Hank Hill has entered the chat.
These med beds are going to start rolling out in portions, okay? Different parts. So maybe you're going to have a type of med bed that is going to work only lower body down. So you're going to get into this small round capsule, and you're going to be standing up, and you're going to be holding on to these two handles, and the med bed is going to work only from your belly button to like all the way down.
Why?
To your legs. And then you got other types of med beds that are going to...
I don't understand why they would need different ones. If it's just like basically a magic healing device, why does it need to have different ones for different body parts?
come out. That's only going to work.
That is better, by the way. Just a peach and green guy got me duct tape to put over the parts that I need to sand or whatever, because they were giving me splinters, and that feels so much better immediately. Holy crap.
From here up. So they put you in this, you know, they lay you down, they put you into this capsule that looks like an MRI machine, and from there on, you know, but soon they're going to start rolling out with these type of machines. Okay, so you need to be looking at on these type of technologies that are also going to be run by AI. These machines are going to be really smart and are
run by AI or really smart. You gotta pick one, man. You can't have both.
going to know which part of your body is messed up. So it's going to have the capability to really know. I remember talking in my update on exopolitics about they were taking out a lot of blood. So they take out blood to really find out what your body needs. That's what I always tell people in my talks, to really
the med bed's got what your body craves.
do research on your blood types and find out what is good for your blood type.
Research on your blood type. You mean they just check your blood type?
What is good for your blood type to eat? So some
I'm
people
glad your surgery went okay, Janerdy.
can be more prone to certain diseases by eating certain things that really their body doesn't need because of their blood types. So I remember that they took out a lot of blood from me when I went before going to this med bed. And the doctor was kind of confused about the blood that was taken out. So they took out so much blood that I remember like fainting, like blacking out. And when I opened my eyes, I was in the med bed.
Is it because you took so much blood, or do you just not like needles? Because some people just pass out from that. Would it hurt if I put duct tape on me and ripped it off? Very gay, though. Will this hurt? No.
And I was trying to look, so trying to move my head, but I couldn't move my head, and I was feeling, you know, dizzy, nauseous. But once the med bed started working and the vibration started working throughout my body, I was feeling so good. When the med bed went through the process and I got out from that med bed, I was like, wow, what just happened? And I remember,
I don't understand. can I just put this out there? I've been watching this guy because I'm trying to understand it. This guy has followers. This guy gets invited to travel around the world to speak. He's just one of the least charismatic conspiracy theorists I've ever seen. I don't understand what the big deal is. Why do people like him? Why do people watch him? He's boring. He sucks. He's not original. Is it just because of the mask? Like, is it just mysterious? And they're like, ooh, he must be real.
We're looking straight at the doctor, and he looked at me, and he just went like this. And I'm like... So, I walked out of there, you know, a new man. It was good. I was running 2 miles. It used to take me, before the Medbed? Because I'm a paratrooper, you know, you have to run these 2 miles under 12 minutes. So I started, like, later on, I was running it like 17, you know, I was getting slower. So after I took the Medbed, I was doing 2 miles, 12 minutes. So that's 6 minutes every mile, 2 miles. So that's kind of fast. I only remember doing that in my 20s, you know. In my 40s right now. So, well, I'm actually 40. I just turned 40, okay? 1985. I turned 40. So, it was an experience that changed me, but I think I need throughout time, your body adjusts with your life. So, I think as a constant treatment, that you need, it's not just one and you're like, woohoo, you know, it's a constant treatment of these beds that people need. You know, these people that work in space, they're constantly being treated with these med beds, and also with a great dose of oxygen to activate their pineal gland.
Of course, he's got to bring up the pineal gland.
So, I think it's going to roll out soon. It's going to roll out really soon, but in different portions. And each country is going to have their portion of med beds. And then, you know, soon, when everybody gets together, everybody's going to put their...
Biking is probably going to be more comfortable for me. That's good.
Technology together.
I never thought about that.
The same thing they did with the planes. Same thing they did with the cars. Same thing they did with cell phones. You know, everybody brings their knowledge together, and it's better for humanity. That's how the med beds are gonna really roll out. And keep your eyes, by the end of maybe this year or next year, they're gonna roll out with these beds, like, but in portions.
This guy sucks so
to
bad.
Make people feel better. That's all I have for today. You know, I hope that information is good for you guys.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I hope it was good for you guys too. It sucked, actually. It was really not good. Thanks. I appreciate it. You're great.
Temple. Temp. L.
Unless you eat too many Rice Krispie treats and your thighs get too thick. Excuse you, my thighs can never be too thick. They're soft and squishy and grabbable. Facts.
Israel. Isis. Ra. In L. Church. Circe. Graduate. Gradually. Indoctrinate.
Incorrect word etymology is evidence on the bingo card.
Elohim is El and the pluralization of the ancient Phoenician El. So Elohim is a pluralization. That means gods. Horizon, Horus, rising. Hours comes from Horus. Spelling, spell, casting. His story is his story.
No, that is not the etymology of history. I'm fucking gonna lose it.
Amen Ra. Amen. All of your Christians going to church.
Pretty sure it's pronounced Amen-Ra.
Amen. Amen Ra. All right, you have the word Christ. That comes from Christos, which means anointed, which means oil. Okay, you have El. We get words like elite, elevated, elder, elected. All right, you have Jachim and Boaz, or Yakin and Boaz, or whatever, however you want to pronounce them. And what that actually means is God makes him firm. That's what that means. You have Monday, you get Moon Day, Saturday, Saturn's Day. On Sunday, you have Sun Day, the day of God's sun, the sun in the sky. On Thursday, you have Thor's Day. Everybody, Thor's Day. August, you have Augustus Caesar, which is why we have August. In July, we have Julius Caesar. The word God.
Consonant J, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much.
God comes out of the word good and comes from the word dog, from the dog star, because the ancient people believe that the gods came from the dog star.
What is he talking about?
Lucifer, that comes from the word loose, which means light or
yeah, he's wrong on the vast majority of these, and the ones he's right on, it's not sinister.
Bright light.
Chitara says he keeps saying these wrong etymology, but not getting to the fucking point.
Luce is the bright light in the sky, aka the planet Venus. You have Saturn.
Is it possible to go insane from watching too many conspiracy theorists? Because I think I'm really close.
Where you get Satan. You have the Vatican, and the Vatican comes from the word Vati, which is a very ancient deity. You have
Vati? Is that a thing from Legend of Zelda? Like, is there a person named Vati in Legend of Zelda? That sounds so familiar. Vati. Where's that from?
Volcano, which comes from Volcanus, the god of the volcano. You have pyramid, which comes from pyro mid, fire in the midsection. It's a sexual term.
Whoa! Did you just say pyramids are sexual? 52% to level 2 on a hype train.
Well as, obviously, a volcano. Now, there are so many words and terms that we use.
Oh, yeah, from the Game Boy Advance one. Like Oracle of Ages or Seasons. One of them had Vati, I think.
That have a meaning, especially when it comes to maritime admiralty law and...
Oh, no! We got its opposite.
Money, currency. Okay, maritime admiralty law is the law of money and the law of the ocean, the law of the sea. That's how it began, as the law of the sea. And America adopted it for commercial law, and they use it for...
What's my favorite Zelda game? Wind Waker. Ideally, the updated version where they made you have to get fewer map segments in the last third of the game. But either one. I really like Wind Waker a lot.
Corporate.
It's the first Zelda game I played. Like, fully, just to put that out there. It's a nostalgia thing. It was the first Zelda game I played, and it was an incredible experience for me. So, you know, it's a nostalgia thing. I played it as a kid.
Law, okay? And this...
Like, I literally remember, and, you know, all fairness, you know, I don't like my parents for a lot of reasons, but, I actually, the first Legend of Zelda game I played because my mom rented it for me at the video store. I don't remember, I was sick or something, so she went to the video store after work, and she just grabbed a video game, and she played the original Legend of Zelda when she was a kid, like on the NES. She played that game and used, like, the graph paper to, you know, make the maps or to draw maps and everything. So she saw that and was like, oh, maybe my kid'll like this. So because of her, I played Legend of Zelda for the first time. So that's cool.
This is the law of money, the law of banking. This is American law. This is why money is currency, okay? And why a current flows, because money flows right through your hands. Money flows through your pockets, and because money is currency. Current is water. Water is a lake or a river, which is where you find a bank, on the side of a river. And all the words and the terminology, like when you have to sell your house. Why is your house sailing? Goes up for sale. Why is a boat or a ship?
Don't tell this guy about homonyms.
Always a female. Why, when a ship parks in docks, is it called birthing a ship? The ship is birthing at the dock. This is what happens when you are birthed. You're birthed through the dock, and you sign a birth certificate. When the dock, when the ship pulls up and berths the ship, it has every item has a certificate of manifest with the date of birth and the weight and the product name and all of it. Same exact situation, because we are a product. All right, what are they stealing from you? It's not your soul, it's your mind, it's your time, it's your thoughts, and your thoughts create your reality. Learn what these words mean, understand this stuff, understand that America is a corporation, and you know, you can actually go back and prove this using their own documentation, but most people won't take the time to do it. That's all. I have tons of information. Everything is for free on my website. Go get it all. Go get my books. Go get all my information. It's all there for free. You can support me if you choose by donating, by becoming a member. You don't have to. You can strictly get the information. It's all there. That's what it's there for. I love you all so much. This video is my opinion.
Jesus Christ! The ending shot, my opinion. Do your research. Nemesaur, thank you for gifting another 20 subs. I guess you're getting it in, because I'm going to be gone for a week, so you gotta get those gift subs. Thank you so much, Nemesaur. You're so generous, and I really appreciate you. Seriously, thank you. 47% to level 6 on a hype train. Jeesh. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate it, since I'm going to be gone for a week and missing out on, you know, revenue and stuff, so I really appreciate it. Stone Corbell, thanks for gifting a sub. What's this?
Hey everybody, this is Dan calling.
Tea Time Tea, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs.
Here from the Sons of Light and the Abundant Life University. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about a couple of the scriptures that were talked about in the Bible that have got Christians to an understanding that Jesus kept his word, the Bible is telling the truth, and the millennial reign of Jesus.
Sorry, Dillis Filler. Dillis Filler says, homonym, homo as in man, nym as in nymph. It means man nymph or satyr. That's where we get Satyr Day. It's the gay day.
That he took place, and we are living in...
Any idea what day I might be back to streaming? Yeah, I can try and figure it out. Either the 22nd or the 23rd, perhaps. I will come back as soon as I can, because, you know, I miss you guys already, and, you know, it's my job, so I like doing it.
A continuation of the blessings of the return of Jesus, but the saints have moved on to the camp of saints, or possibly to heaven. But that
Don't rush yourself too quickly. I won't. If I have to take some extra days, I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you up to date. If that does happen, I do have, like, game consoles downstairs, so if I do end up having to be downstairs longer than I plan to, I might end up doing, like, a gaming stream with you guys from the console with, like, my headset and everything, which won't be as professional looking as our normal streams, but at least we could hang out and stuff, so.
Does not change the promises that were given, according to the Bible, to the Christians. We are living through what we call Satan's short season for whatever legalities took place amongst the council in heaven, and there is a heavenly council that meets. And
oh, why are you privy to a heavenly council? Why do you know weird metaphysical religious things about how heaven is structured? What are you basing that claim upon?
I have never sat at it, nor have you, but We read about this heavenly council, and evidently it is the place where principalities were decided to be assigned to different places on earth to judge over them before they fell and turned and did not keep their rightful estates. They are the place that makes decisions for the angels. It's almost like the governing body of heaven. So we don't know a whole lot about that because we have never been there. We only have certain things we can read about it to make an understanding. It is a conclusion of ours that somewhere along the line, there are legalities, there are laws or things set forth about this universe, this place we live here, and the governing bodies, and why Satan and the angels are judged the way they're judged, why Satan has been released again for a time. There is some kind of laws, some kind of justice system that is taking place. I believe that was probably known and is now hidden from mankind so that we can't know with a clear decision-making process why Satan
their charisma vacuums lately. I agree. I don't know what's been going on with conspiracy theorists. They all seem really depressed lately and just don't have anything. How do I explain this? I think a lot of conspiracy theorists prefer when, like, Democrats are in charge because they get to be opposition, you know? They get to be like, the bad people I hate are in charge and they're all working for Satan. But when people they're closer to politically are in office, it becomes more difficult for them to do that. And I think they're not as happy, which is kind of funny.
For those that have followed my videos over the years, they'll know I've covered the topic of Alex Jones being Bill Hicks countless amount of times. First starting back in 2009 or 2010. And it's been a
minute left on the hype train.
Few years since I last touched upon the subject. But with the whole situation with Hulk Hogan supposedly passing away, I want to touch upon
he dead.
A video I made about 7-8 years ago with Hulk Hogan calling into the Alex Jones show under his real name, Terry. First off, let's take a look at Hulk Hogan's profile. Once again, of course, Hulk Hogan, the initials being HH for 88. Born in Augusta, Georgia, August 11th, of course, August being the 8th.
You could say that about anyone whose initials are HH. That doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything.
Month of the year, and 11, you get 88 again. Funny how that all works out. But again, Terry in Georgia, that's the whole entire topic that I covered, again, 7-8 years ago. Let's play that clip. Then we'll break it all down. Obviously, Hulk Hogan's not calling in as Hulk Hogan. He's in incognito. And I'll make the connection with Hulk Hogan.
Thank you so much for the hype train, everyone.
Calling in. And why is he calling in under his real name? The world's a stage, and I'll get into that aspect. But first off, let's take a listen to, again, Hulk Hogan as Terry calling in to the Alex Jones Show.
Let's go to Terry in Georgia. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got something for you. We have, of course, the NDAA, which is, totally unconstitutional. But they don't follow the Constitution anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The problem that I have is a judge, says, hey, we're not going to, no, this is not constitutional. We're not going to accept this. This is not for the American people. And then their lawyers go around, turn around, and overturn it right away. The problem that we have is that information is at the speed of light. And with that information, like back in 1776, information didn't travel like this. They're spying on everything that we do.
And that's clearly Hulk Hogan using...
I don't know about clearly. I don't know if that's ever been confirmed to be him. If it is, I could hear it. If it's not, I wouldn't be surprised either. Neither would necessarily surprise me, and it's not a big deal either way. Like, Hulk Hogan can be someone who calls in to the Alex Jones show without it meaning anything other than he's a listener?
His real voice, the individual Terry behind the character Hulk Hogan. So it's not going to sound exactly like Hulk Hogan, obviously, where his voice is a bit toned down. He's not playing the character
Endless Wonder
as Hulk Hogan you see on TV. But in comparison's sake, where you're going to hear Hulk Hogan a little bit toned down
I know what Hulk Hogan sounds like, man.
During this one interview, you're going to clearly hear...
Do you know how many times I've seen Suburban Commando?
That it's the same person. Let's take a listen.
Or Santa with muscles.
To this interview from back in 1994.
Kremlin's 2.
What I love to do. And I got two small kids, Nicholas and Brooke. And Brooke is 6 years old, and she kind of caught the tail end of Hulkamania. Now my son Nicholas is going to be 4, July 27th. And he's all the time I'm signing these autographs while I'm doing Thunder in Paradise.
Clearly this...
Thunder in Paradise! Thunder in Paradise was a failed TV show that Hulk Hogan did. I think it was like a buddy cop thing where they were, I don't know if they were in Hawaii or somewhere else. You get it. Thunder in Paradise, whatever. Was there a boat? Why is my brain telling me there's a boat in Thunder in Paradise? Am I crazy? Buddy cop with a boat? Okay. I'm not crazy. My brain knows TV things.
Same individual. Some people are not going to get it.
Not as good as Night Boat.
That Hulk Hogan is just a character on the world stage. Just like Alex Jones, as you see here, doing the 666 hand sign. Like I mentioned many times, Alex Jones...
The boat could turn invisible? Could it make the boats wake invisible? Because I feel like an invisible boat isn't helpful if it still creates wake. You know what I mean? Where's the boat? It's gone invisible. Oh, right there. We can see where it is in the water.
Just a character. And they decided on the name Alex Jones because it is 33 numerology, just like InfoWars is 33 for in numerology.
Numerology on the bingo card, Gematria on the bingo card, and Cabal on the bingo card.
For the dual 33. And again, Hulk Hogan being HH for 88, your dual 33 once again. You split the 2 8s in half to get your dual 33s once again. But nonetheless, this is sort of like an inside joke with the people behind the scenes. I'm going to explain how they work for the same company, these two individuals. The character playing Alex Jones and Hulk Hogan. And it's all busted wide open by Alex Jones' close associate, Mike Hansen, going way back in time to approximately the year 1999 or 2000. I'm not quite sure of the year of this video, but this was on InfoWars, and this blows it wide open with the connection with InfoWars being owned and controlled by Time Warner. Take a listen as this interaction with Mike Hansen again.
I promise InfoWars is not owned by Time Warner. If it was, they would have been sued just like Alex Jones and InfoWars was for the Sandy Hook stuff.
Associate employee.
Which I believe he still hasn't paid, by the way. He should be in fucking prison.
With Alex Jones, not only an employee but a friend, as this interaction with a police officer in Texas. Mike Hansen, as you see here once again, was filming these policemen pulling over these truck drivers, and the policeman didn't like it. He was sent over, actually, by a supervisor, and Mike Hansen was told to stop filming. Let's play the video clip, and we'll get into the details that blows this wide open.
Yes, I sure do.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, come on over here. But I want this camera on at all times for documentation.
Who do you work with? Can I see it? Do you mind if I take it?
No, I do not want you taking my wallet.
I just want to move your hand so I can
No,
see
no,
it.
sir.
I'm not going to take your wallet.
Right there, right there.
Has this turned into a sovereign citizen video?
Now I'm going to stop right here. Really important. He's flashing the ID for the police officer, and it says Time Warner on it, and the cop says it himself. And again, the connection with Time Warner and InfoWars, this blows it wide open with the connection. Let's continue.
You work for Time Warner Cable?
Right there.
Is that who you work for?
I work for Alex Jones. Who do you work for?
This
The guy probably used to work for a cable installation for Time Warner, if I had to guess, and that's probably why he has that, or he works multiple jobs.
You work for President
I work for
Time Warner?
InfoWars. INFOWARS.com. It's a website.
InfoWars.com. Okay, that's what I'm asking.
So right there, I'll just stop it. And the bottom line is, when Mike Hansen shows that ID to the police officer, again, it says Time Warner here, it's going to be...
Why would your ID say the company you work for? That doesn't make sense. He might have business cards from his old job or something, but your ID wouldn't say.
Very, very obvious, the connection. It's again showing Mike Hansen and Alex Jones. How obviously it's supposed to be a Alex Jones production, but the backers behind the scenes are InfoWars is Time Warner and CNN, as you see here. Take a look here. It's going to make perfect sense why you see Alex Jones, the character playing Alex Jones, constantly on CNN over the years, and also going...
I imagine they've invited him on to talk to him, to interrogate his claims, to get views.
Back in time, we've seen it many times where we see Bill Hicks showing up on CNN as well. Not just some amazing coincidence that this individual, Bill Hicks, looks just like Alex Jones. Get a close-up here. And take a look here at so-called Bill Hicks and Bill Hicks here. Do they look the same? Obviously not. People are going to say, oh yeah, he was sick and later on in life he lost a lot of weight. But this looks more like Alex Jones than Bill Hicks here looks like this individual. Again, side by side like I showed earlier. Just take a close look once again, and clearly you're going to see how these two individuals look identical. And this guy here looks like neither one. So let's continue on here when it comes down to it as far as the connection, when it comes to, once again, CNN, Time Warner, Alex Jones, and who do you have here with Ted Turner and Hulk Hogan? Of course, Ted Turner eventually sold the company to Time Warner, but they're still under the same umbrella, running the same organization of WCW Wrestling after he left, just like CNN continued to move forward. I want to point out here is, again, the aspect of these individuals playing different roles. Just as you see here, obviously in pro wrestling, many times wrestlers play different characters, just like you see here with Mean Mark Callis in the NWA, later became The Undertaker in WWF. The pro wrestler using his real name, Scott Hall, became Razor Ramon. And here you see them both side
These are literally characters, though, man. That's not how real life works.
by side in the NWA. Scott Hall and Mean Mark Callis later on, again, being The Undertaker and Razor Ramon. So the entire concept, just like pro
It's still real to me, damn it!
wrestling, used in the so-called real world, once again, with Bill Hicks playing Alex Jones. Just repackaging one character into another, just like pro wrestling. Just like I stated years ago, there was the original Alex Jones, as you see here, playing the character. Then later on, they added a different Alex Jones. And we'll play those clips. I'll show that once again. But first off, the more recent
No, I've not seen the wrestler.
Alex Jones obviously looks nothing like the original Alex Jones.
He just looks like him, but older and bald, and maybe too much bone broth. I don't know what he's doing.
Jones.
But it's the same guy.
Totally off, not even close.
Chitara says, face blindness aside, what would even be the point of this conspiracy? The idea is that everything is fake, and that major world events, from small ones to big ones, are all orchestrated and scripted by a nefarious group of people who control everything in your life.
Close, ears off, eyes off, the nose, everything is different. Not even close to being the same character. And here's the side-by-side of the one character playing Alex Jones. At this point, I believe it's this individual, as you see here. As he's aged, it's this Alex Jones. Gets to be a bit confusing, but these two are not the same either. Again, the original one, this one took over a bit later. Again, these two are not even the same either. different eyes, different face, different ears. This Alex Jones has smaller ears. This one has more of a kind of pointy ears. I mean, everything is off. But let's first play this video clip. Listen to Alex Jones, the original one from 1995, and just take a listen to how he sounds. Completely different. Not only with the...
Yeah, I sound a lot different than I used to when I was younger, too. Does that mean that I'm a different person? Go back and listen to my first streams and tell me a person's voice doesn't change over time.
voice, but obviously the looks as well. Not even close to the current Alex Jones.
A council member's house, home, down here in Austin. And I'm not going to tell you their address or who they are, but you ought to see
It just sounds like Alex Jones, but younger.
how overgrown their house is. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Now take a look at this version of Alex Jones. Hairline's a bit off. The voice is off. It doesn't sound the same as this Alex Jones here. And it's clear as day, these two are not the same.
I deliberately changed my voice. I'd argue Alex Jones did to some extent, too. I think he leaned into his persona. I think he intentionally went down here and was trying to sound more. I think he thinks it makes him sound gritty and real. Like, I think he was doing that intentionally.
And again, this is about the same time frame. And this guy's a little bit pudgier, shorter. Just take a listen. You're going to hear he sounds different as well.
Email and letters from my Genesis show. Is that right? Yeah, we just get the Genesis program on in Austin or Temple or San Antonio. I've already gotten some inquiries from Austin and several from San Antonio.
Now I'm going to play this clip. They're going to be talking over each other, but you're going to hear they're not the same. Not the same at all. Take a listen.
At a council member's house, home, down here in Austin.
This isn't helpful.
And I'm not going to tell you their
You
address.
want me to listen to two people at the same time and make a comparison while they're both talking?
They are, but you ought to see how overgrown their house is. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Now, again, looking at this Alex Jones to this one. Again, not even close. Let's take a listen once again to this Alex Jones speak. And obviously we all have heard Alex Jones and more recently and how he sounds. Not even close.
And all the Hollywood people and Ehud Barak, the Israeli prime minister, and the rest of it. That's my point.
At a council member's house, home, down here in Austin. And I'm not going to tell you their address or who they are, but you ought to see how overgrown their house is.
It's the same voice with different recording equipment and a different pitch. That's about it.
And this is just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous that people believe that this Alex Jones...
And probably decades of smoking and drinking, as other people pointed out. I know he smokes cigars, which you're not really supposed to inhale with those, I don't think. I think you just kind of keep the smoke in your mouth, but still.
This one are the same. Absolutely no way. This one has smaller ears. His ears are a bit different again.
They're really not.
These ears are more pointed up. They're not the same.
They're
Again,
exactly
this angle
the
you're gonna
same.
see, it's kind of hard to see here. But definitely the ears are off.
They look exactly the same. Look at, I'll move the camera so you guys can see. Look at Alex Jones. Older ear, younger ear. Older ear, younger ear. Older ear, younger ear. Older ear, younger ear. They're identical. They're just slightly different angles, but you can tell they're exactly the same. Very round ears.
I mean, everything is off. Not even close. And again, showing this individual here with this one. Again, they're playing different roles, just like I showed with my video on Donald Trump, with Ivana, Marla Maples, and Melania. The three marriages, and all three individuals are off. Clearly, these two...
Again, they just don't get aging. People look different as they age.
Are way off. I pointed out before with a little bit of a close-up. Now, these three are obviously not the same person. I mean, again, to be repetitive, if you saw my previous video on Donald Trump, just take a look at the eyebrows on this one. With this one, the chin. I mean, this one here, none of them match. So when I point this out to people, they should be able to get it as the world being a stage, and they're using different characters to play the role of the same individual. Some might go in retirement.
Thank you so much for the kind wishes. I think the surgery will go just fine.
some might have passed, whatever the case is. There's people playing the name, playing the role, but they're using different individuals to play the role, and it's clear as day. Some people, they're not going to get it. It's going to be too hard to accept, but definitely when it comes down to the world's a stage, and there are many examples of this throughout the years, and once again, Alex Jones being Bill Hicks, and this individual here looks nothing like either one of these individuals. The world is a very strange place. To explain this to people that, that are glued to their TV and believe what they see on TV, it's going to be hard to understand and accept. But that's the reality of several people playing the role of one character.
Ominous music. Well, there you go. You put ominous music, so he wins. It's the audio version of a Wojak. Oh, wretched recess.
Hey guys, I know I need to...
Wretched recess is terrible. She often transvestigates people. Let's take a look.
Make part 2 of that funny face video, but I have been watching this show,
Hydrate.
this like teen drama show on Amazon Prime, The Summer I Turned Pretty, which the name of that show could have a double meaning there. Is that
Let me
kind
guess,
of like...
you think the double meaning is that someone is secretly trans? Ooh.
Like a double entendre. I don't know why, like my high school AP English just popped into my head here real quick. Anyways, I'm not going to say a word and let's just stare at this like cast photo in disbelief for a few seconds.
I genuinely don't know what she sees. It's almost like she has like body dysmorphic disorder, but like for other people. Like she sees other people and sees things that aren't there in regard to their like body. It's so strange.
Okay, so this show is about this girl, Belly, who...
Transvestigation / transphobia on the bingo card.
Is basically, was in love with this brother. And then there's all this drama and she ends up dating this brother and he's kind of like a loser and he cheats on her, but she won't admit she likes this one still. Not gonna lie, I have seen every episode, and after I make this video, I'm taking my bath and I'm going to watch the next one. But remember I told you, like,
Didn't we have a theory that she has very repressed bisexuality and is heavily in denial? Yeah, in a lot of her older videos, the women, honestly, a lot of them girls, that she was transvestigating were actresses that were young or whatever in like the 80s when she was a kid, and I get the vibe that she needs to define these people as trans because she's attracted to them, which she has said. Many of the people that she has transvestigated, she's like, I used to have such a crush on this girl growing up and I didn't understand why. It's like she uses this as a justification so she doesn't have to admit she's into women. Like, who cares, man? Do you? Who the fuck cares?
Completely capable of watching these shows, but you just have to filter out the fact of, like, we know what we're seeing, right? Like, oh my gosh, this cast is particularly, like, just noticeable. We'll go with that word.
There's nothing to notice.
But the story is cute. See, that's what they do. Like, I got sucked into the story. It's actually a very cute show, but I wanted to just share some of these pictures of the cast and ask you guys if anybody else has seen this too. All right, so we've got some black and white, like Masonic symbolism going on here.
As we all know, the panda bears and the penguins are in league with the Freemasons.
This kid on the right, I try not to talk about, you guys might notice, like, I try not to talk about, like, young, like, up-and-coming stars and people. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's right to, like, pick on a bunch of kids, but...
That's like half your channel! What are you talking about? I don't think it's right to pick on kids, but here's why I think they're all slur.
How do I say this without being mean?
You can't.
This kid looks like a concoction, like a creation of some...
Agreed, 2K Vale. They got issues.
Some sort. Like, I've never seen somebody that looks so, like, manufactured, or just, like I said, like a concoction. It's a very bizarre look. And as you can see, we've got...
It's not. They're just like a young Zoomer or an older Gen Alpha. I'm not clear on where the generations are at this point. This just looks like a guy in his late teens, early 20s for this generation. I don't know.
At the, like, Baphomet...
He doesn't look weird. He just looks like a typical celebrity teen guy.
Peace sign symbol, Baphomet symbolism going on.
Bitch, they're bunny ears. Do you not remember bunny ears? Did you not have friends that you took pictures with as a kid? Oh, God.
There we have, like, the thumbs up. I've mentioned that in other videos. That's like some satanic symbolism there.
Has she never been on straight TikTok? I don't know.
And they're all doing the Baphomet, so I don't think...
None of it's Baphomet, lady. What are you doing? Little bunnies. Little bunny foo-foo walking through the forest. The field mice and popping them on the head. No?
I'm that far off track here. What do you think? Oh my gosh. Like, every time I watch this show, I'm kind of throwing up in my mouth a little bit because they look so weird, but like I said...
The thought of her genuinely getting nauseous because she's just looking at, like, teenagers or early 20s actors and actresses is kind of hilarious to me.
Said the story is cute and I need to find out what happens, obviously. And I wanted you to see, if you look, like, at the girl, what's her name, like, Lola.
Is she thinking of the Baphomet being like this? Because I know I've seen Baphomet statues where Baphomet has fingers up like this or like this. But they were doing this. It's bunny ears, not this or whatever it is.
Tongue or something, I don't know.
There's no way we've genuinely hit a point where conservative Americans think bunny ears are satanic. Oh, 2K Vale, you have no idea. We do this show every week, and everything is apparently satanic, and everything is bad.
I don't...
Wanuk says, the whiplash between the transphobic conspiracy theory stuff and earnestly loving this show is so wild. She's always like this. She will be like, oh, I loved this show, but everyone in it is a dirty T slur. Like, she just throws around slurs, but she'll be like, but the show is pretty good. She's so strange.
I don't really care.
I think she does think it's horns, or she thinks it's the Baphomet, like, symbol that Baphomet's doing in a lot of depictions of Baphomet.
I don't really pay that close attention to any of these people, but I have been watching this show, so I thought I would talk about it. I do see some straight across like clavicles up there, but this is like a very,
ugh, not the clavicles.
Very petite person. You can see through that sheer.
Yeah, you know how as a trans person, I'm very petite, right? As we all know, trans people can only be petite. I wish.
Dress, that like torso area, I guess, like belly area, whatever, is literally straight up and down. Like there's no curves at all. That's like a very masculine looking body, and the arms are like,
I think she's too hyper focused on the bodies of other people. I don't think this is healthy.
super long.
Like, I just straight up do not notice the bodies of other people the way she does. It feels exhausting and judgmental, and just like it would hurt you mentally to constantly feel the need to judge everyone around you like this. That feels like it would take a toll.
But yeah, and like, this is the prettiest person on the show. This kid back here, like.
Okay, you're too old to think that, so maybe put that thought down. Ma'am, you're at least in your 40s. These are teens or early 20s. Please put the pussy back in your pants.
It's crazy. So again, I'm not feeling that.
Oh, I like that guy's jacket. I wish I had something like that for Tinfoil Tuesday. I do, I guess, have those silver jackets, but I like the pattern on that.
Mustard color suit, but that's just personal preference. This guy, like a creation, right? And I am not trying to insult anybody. It's just,
I'm not trying to insult anyone. I'm just trying to say their bodies are so disgusting they make me want to vomit, and I made a whole video about how I think they're aberrations of nature that should be wiped off the face of the earth by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. What? I didn't do anything. Why is everyone so mean?
a very bizarre look. And he, in pretty much every photo, has this extreme.
Also, to the two people who followed me recently, like in the last hour, I am taking a week-long, not really vacation. I'm doing a surgery in the next couple days, and I'm gonna be gone. But thanks for the follow. Check out the VODs and my YouTube channel where all the old VODs are. We do tons of great stuff. I'm sorry I'll be gone for a week.
Extremely, hold on. Sorry, there was like a speck on my laptop. He has.
2K Vale says transvestigators will look at the bodies of women who've been considered sex symbols for decades and be like, clavicles. Marilyn Monroe is actually a man. 100% a real post I saw in some cesspit Facebook group a couple years back. Oh, you have no idea. This lady has transvestigated Fred Flintstone's mother. Let me repeat that. This woman has transvestigated Fred Flintstone and Fred Flintstone's mother, fictional cartoon characters who literally don't have a sex because they're cartoons. They are 2D images on paper, shot sequentially in order to give the illusion of motion. Did I finish editing the Medbed video? No, I suck! It's gonna be out after I come back from surgery. I'm sorry. Like I said, videos after this won't take as long.
Super pronounced Adam's apple, but they can have those like surgically, like implanted, I think, because it's always there. It's just always sticking out like that. And like every show that's streaming lately, they have the token they, them.
Oh, fuck off. Are we doing this now? Are we doing this now? What the?
Person, like, I don't even remember if this is supposed to be a son or a daughter or whoever.
It's supposed to be a non-binary person, according to you. You just said that. You're going out of your way to try and misgender this person or this character? Great.
But I think the joke is like they're all trans, but then they take one and they just make them look even more so like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't. What the fuck are you talking about? What?
All right, here's the pretty boy with the very, very feminine hands here. Crossing his
Septum Prime, thanks for following.
legs with girly hands. I'm sorry. Like, I like this character, and I'm hoping that this character on the show ends up with this one, because this one is a douchebag. Interlaced fingers. I don't know if, you know, this is obviously from a talk show or something. I don't know if that was
Are men not allowed to interlace their fingers now?
intentional, but those hands are pretty small as well. Straight across.
Ma'am, please stop.
Like collarbone and shoulders, but it I have some other close-ups of her face. I am not trying to be mean, and like I said, I enjoy this show. It's just so noticeable.
How are people supposed to be to these people? I actually have a video that I've had saved for a long time, but I haven't actually done it yet because it's kind of hard to get through, but it's a video on how to do transvestigation. So it is from a transvestigator, and it is sort of a what are their standards video, and it's pretty interesting. It is hard to get through, though, so someday we'll cover that.
Black and white stripes.
Oh, Overthought, thanks for gifting
That's
that
what I
sub
mean.
to our new follower, 2K Vale.
Like, and there's that prominent Adam's apple again. Oh yeah, just pulled up like Rocky because he looks like he was created somehow.
Is she aware that Rocky from Rocky Horror Picture Show is just a guy? He was an actor. He wasn't actually created out of an experiment. He was just a guy.
He was.
So when she says, he looks like this guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show, she's just comparing him to another male actor from a different era?
Created somehow. I just
also enjoying Rocky Horror Picture Show and being into transvestigation is just a wild combination to me.
Completely got sidetracked. Lou Adler and Tim Curry to appear at 50th anniversary screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Didn't Tim Curry die?
No, he had a stroke and he stopped doing live action work. He does voiceovers, he does audiobooks, but yeah, he pretty much stopped doing live action acting after the stroke because he is in a chair now.
10 years ago? That's so bizarre. I honestly thought he passed away a while ago.
This is the Mandela effect shit all over again.
Oh. Another one of the main character. The character on the show is Isabel, but they call her Belly. And I just thought that was... this person has a very masculine gaze with deep...
What's a masculine gaze? What is... What?
Set eyes, in my opinion. See what I mean?
No, I'm confused.
Gaze with deep set eyes, in my opinion. See what I mean?
No. What?
Do I see V-shaped clavicles and strategically placed towels?
What? I assume she thinks it's hiding top surgery scars, but you can see a whole pec. There's not a top surgery scar. You would, if this person had had top surgery, you would be able to see one of the scars here. He doesn't, because he hasn't had top surgery. What are you talking about?
I believe so. All right, guys, just a short video today. I am going to do my night routine and get in bed and watch the next episode, but hope everyone is doing well. I have the end of like this week and next week, and I'll be done with my summer class. I have had like kind of a horrible summer. It could always be worse, but not the best summer. It's just been like kind of a lot going on, but you know, whatever. It's almost, this class is almost over. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm just still missing Sasha, my cat, and then my uncle passed away. I just got back from Missouri. We were at that funeral, you know, whatever. But hope everyone's doing great. I'm gonna post this, and then I'll have to make part 2 of that funny face video, and then I've got something else planned that you will not see coming from a million miles away. I cannot wait to make that one for you. All right, see you in the next video.
Oh boy, can't wait to see what the what that thing is.
Mr. Kim Kindersley, a very dear, long-standing friend of mine, I want to welcome you to the Lazarus Initiative Symposium, and you are greatly welcome, sir.
Wow, Sash, it is so exciting to be here. And I love the fractal background. I love it.
That's not a fractal background. I am caught in the Mandelbrot universe. I'm in a vacuum speaking to you as a hologram, but thank you for that. Kim, I love equally the teddy bear.
That joke made me laugh.
Look, just so you know. I'm really delighted that we get a chance finally to speak. Now, I've known you for many, many years, and I met you through the sort of high celebrity echelon of Hollywood. We shall not drop names, but I know you from that world, and you're an extraordinary talent and an award-winning.
He met the Dalai Lama and Pierce Brosnan on the same day? That's pretty good.
Film.
Wish I could meet Remington Steele.
Maker. I remember particularly the film you made, Whale Dreamers, which was just the talk of not just the town, but the world at the time. And curiously enough, I made the connection between whales and frequencies there and what you're doing today with frequencies. What is it about Kim Kindersley and frequencies?
Well, that's a really, really good question. I mean, when I was hanging out with the whale, Sash, and making that film, we were doing a lot of chanting with the whales, and we were going down into these sacred caves, the caves.
Oh, I'm sure the whales appreciated that.
Caves of creation in the Nullarbor. And all the ceremony was with didgeridoo, click sticks, and voices. So although I didn't realize it at the time, I was being given frequency medicine way back then. Now, all of these years later, through really good friends like yourself, I've been made aware, like everybody is being made aware of the dangers of the 5G, the electro smog. I mean,
oh my god, haven't we? How long have we had 5G at this point? Like when this first was a thing, I was like, okay, they did this with 4G. Hold on, when was 5G commercially introduced? When was 5G commercially? 2018. We're almost a decade, guys. We're almost a decade into 5G. I live right near... I have 5G. I get 5G everywhere in my house. It's been almost a decade. If it was going to do anything, it would have done it. It didn't. It's fine. It's been tested. It's been out in the world, all over the world, for almost a decade. Nothing bad has happened. Have you considered you're wrong and that you're an idiot? Because that would be helpful to the rest of us.
I know myself.
You like cheese. Do you like goldfish crackers? I do. I do like goldfish crackers.
I can't sleep in a hotel room anywhere in the world anymore because of I'm being so bombarded. And I have so many friends who are suffering because...
You're not suffering. It's psychosomatic. Please go see a therapist. Like, unironically, This is the thing. I forget the actual term for it, but there is a specific delusion in which you believe that electromagnetic radiation from electricity or Wi-Fi routers or cell phone towers is causing you damage. It's not the case. Every time this has been studied, it has always been shown to be psychosomatic in nature. It's coming from their heads. It's like a kind of why am I blanking on the word? When you think you're sick but you're not, basically. Hypochondria.
Because of these things, and then when you made that
Yeah, they had a character in Better Call Saul that had this belief, and it was pretty good. Good show.
movie, your amazing film, then I really started taking it seriously.
Oh, so that's interesting. Well, thank you for that piece. So you saw the 5G apocalypse. The extinction.
Phoenix 2250 says, guys, this is a random ADHD thought, which I respect. I've reached the Jodie Whittaker doctor, and I know a lot of fans hate her, but aside from sexism, I would like to know why before I start watching. I'm just curious. A lot of it comes down to the writing. I don't mind Jodie Whittaker, like, as an actress. I just think she was given really bad scripts. I think Chris Chibnall was a really bad writer. He was a terrible showrunner, and I wish he hadn't touched Doctor Who. The most recent seasons had their own separate issues, but that's a different conversation. I hope she gets an opportunity to do better things in the Big Finish audios at some point, like the Sixth Doctor's been able to, and Paul McGann.
Event, and that helped to catalyze in your mind. I mean, it was a very circumspect sort of documentary type film I made. That was, that was 3 years ago.
I should point out, though, to be clear, Jodie does have entertaining episodes that I like. The Witchfinder General episode with Alan Cumming, love that episode. There's good episodes in there. Demons of the Punjab, pretty good episode from her first season. There are highlights. It's just that a lot of the season arcs are dog shit, and a lot of the individual episodes, not that great.
Kim, we were calling it out. What was coming down the pike?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things you don't want to believe it's true. You don't want to believe it's harmful. Anyway, I've now looked at all the research going back 3 years, and mainly from,
Green Guy with a tip says, Hannah, things in America have been getting worse since 2018, so maybe 5G has been negative, or I'm not correlating my causation. I'm going to go with the latter.
Literally thousands of doctors from around the world who sit.
Jesse with a $10 super chat says, did you see the lady that delusionally fell in love with her psych doctor? Would you cover her even if late to the party? I think I heard about that. It was like a TikTok thing, right? I'd have to look into it. A lot of TikTok stories like that are just shit people make up for attention. So I'd have to see.
Simply say it's not safe. And then you go, well, if it's not safe, why are they...
You'd like to start watching Doctor Who, but the amount of episodes to choose from is intimidating. You would want to start, probably in the 2005 series, which was the early 2000s reboot. It still has continuity from the previous shows, but they assume that you are going into this clean. They are assuming you have no knowledge of previous Doctor Who. I have all the classic Who here, or at least all that's been released on Blu-ray so far. But the 2005 show assumes you are a new viewer and gives you information just like it's a new show. So it's perfect. Start in 2005 with season 1. There's a few episodes in season 1 that are kind of but definitely stick through it because season 2 stuff starts kicking off and it's great. But I will say there's a lot of great in that first season, so don't skip it.
Instigating.
Sorry for the sidetrack.
And I mean, the horror stories now. When I'm driving through Europe at the moment, everywhere on every mountaintop, from 3 years ago.
Is the most recent Doctor good in your guys' opinion? I liked Ncuti Gatwa. I'm sad with how the most recent season ended. I'm sad with a lot of the current writing, but it wasn't his fault. There were a lot of episodes where I loved him and I thought he was a great doctor, but I think he got shafted by the BBC and Disney a little bit.
So to now, you see...
Is there a way to stream them? Oh no, right now it isn't streaming anywhere because it's in limbo right now. I think it got removed from stuff. Ahoy, matey! Sail the high seas, perhaps. Literally, obviously. I would never imply anything illegal.
See a mast.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
And what's
Yeah.
really insidious
I
is
just
the one
on tour here for the last 2 months, just touring through the country and meeting people and greeting people, and same thing. What my eyes picks up is on every little hillock in the Midwest, I'm seeing these grotesque masks. I'm just like, what is it? Are we being turned into some kind of cyborg AI meta-surveilled drone class subspecies?
You're not. It's literally just for communication.
The answer is yes, we are. We have our air, soil, and water systemically interceded by these mutant isotope frequencies from glyphosate.
Mutant isotope frequencies. Wow, that's a word salad. Word salad on the bingo card.
From aluminum, from phosphate, from strong.
TI with a $20 super chat says, do you ever, have you talked to G-Man since Drunken Peasants? I haven't. I don't even know what G-Man's been up to. It's been so many years.
From barium, thousands of synthetic molecules raining down upon us and being embedded into the food and the water supply. And not just that, but every single product on the supermarket shelves is highly toxic to biological life forms. What the proverbial bleep is going on? And so because of that, I mean, this is why I like the fact that your life and your interests and mine have intersected again after these many years. Now, you've been involved in looking at remediation technologies for 5G, as have I, and we've intersected.
Who's G-Man? He was a Christian apologist YouTuber back in the day. Maybe he still is. I don't know. Had a discussion with him once, I think.
In the last...
I'll be honest with you, I don't really remember it. I know it happened, but that was like a decade ago at this point.
A year or so on a couple of amazing breakthrough technologies, a Russian one, then the one with the Serbian plasma physicist, and you're now particularly or uniquely interested in a long-standing group issuing out of, is it Switzerland or Germany?
Well, actually, they're German. And so, look, we looked at all sorts of things. What I was really interested in finding was a group that have been doing this the longest, with the most research, with the most clinical trials, with doctors who can really explain this to the public. And for about 9 months, I did this and discovered they're called Memon, and they're based in a beautiful place about an hour south of Munich called Rosenheim.
That's the ad? Oh, no, it's just an ad. Okay. Oh, wait, this is an ad. Memon. This is the company he's talking about.
We live in a world full of technology that we cannot and do not want to live without.
This is gonna be some stupid bullshit you plug into your wall and it's gonna claim, like, it absorbs all the EMF. Even though, no, it doesn't.
There are more and more sources of technically generated radiation.
On who do I prefer, villains who are not aware they're bad or the outright ones? Villains that aren't aware they're bad. Closer to real life. Though I do like a good cackling supervillain. I like the Master. But generally.
But to what extent does this technology affect our health? Worldwide studies show that radiation, electrosmog, and fine dust particles have
Electrosmog? That's not a thing.
harmful effects on humans. Continuous exposure to radiation affects cell activity, leads to cell stress, can cause sleep disorders and headaches, can damage lungs, brain, and memory.
They have generic B-roll footage that you'd see in a commercial. It must be real. Rick M with 100 bits says, scientist found yellow brick road, found on Pacific Ocean floor during groundbreaking volcano expedition. We await the tinfoil. Oh, I've heard about that.
This example shows that after only 10 minutes of cell phone use, the red blood cells, which are so crucial for oxygen transport, clump together. Also, we are permanently exposed to fine dust particles, which has an immense impact on our health. in buildings,
I mean, there's dust everywhere. There's literally dust everywhere you go unless you're in like a clean room, and even then it's not going to be 100%.
where we spend up to 90% of our time, according to studies. The fine dust pollution is often higher than outdoors. The interior power line
Yeah, get an air filter. Get an air filter.
system creates electromagnetic fields, which is further intensified by the influence of high-frequency radiation from Wi-Fi and mobile communications.
What? Wait, why is there a signal coming off you guys can't see it, but there's a windmill. Why is there a signal coming off the windmill? It's a windmill. What?
The artificial radiation alters the natural surface charge of air ions. Fine dust particles bound to the ions can no longer bind together to glide to the ground, but instead float around in the air. The finer the dust, the more dangerous.
No, what?
All fine dust particles reach deep into our lungs and via our alveoli into the bloodstream. So how can we live in harmony with technology? The innovative Mammon technology...
Oh, I knew it! It was gonna be some stupid plug with a fucking LED light on it, and you plug it into the wall, and the LED light turns on, and it doesn't do anything, but you're an idiot, so the placebo effect takes place, and you go, oh, you fixed everything! I fucking hate people. I fucking hate our species. We are garbage. The wrong hominids survived. Jesse with a $5 super chat says electrosmog is a thing in a cyberpunk tabletop RPG campaign.
is a result of more than 4 decades of research. Globally, researchers confirm that Memon is a scientific sensation. The Memon technology works similar to the sound cancellation of the noise canceling in a...
Oh, fuck off! We send opposite waves of electromagnetic radiation to cancel them out!
cockpit. To cancel out sound, a countersound, a counter-information wave, is generated that corresponds to that of the interfering sound. With Memon...
Hey, fun fact, if it actually wiped out your Wi-Fi, you just wouldn't have internet signal.
all disturbing information waves are neutralized via the electric circuit in rooms. But the technical waves are preserved so that all technology can continue to be used without restriction.
The technical waves are preserved. Wow, these people should be sued into the dust. They should be in jail for fraud. Just a Peach with a $1 tip says, it is a wind turbine. It may have a Wi-Fi connection to track production. I don't think that's what they're implying.
Memon gives ions back their natural surface charge. Fine dust particles can thus bind again, fall to the ground, and thus no longer pose a danger to our health. The result is a room climate that we only find in nature. Sleep quality, memory, concentration, and health are positively influenced. Memon provides balance and better regeneration. The basic device, Memonizer Combi, is available as a simple plug solution for all apartment and house sizes. As soon as the Memonizer is
Oh, all apartment and house sizes? It doesn't even matter? It's almost like it doesn't do anything.
the natural protective field is created. Double-blind scientific studies have shown sensational,
Yeah, can I see your studies?
measurable
Can I see your double-blind studies and where they were published?
results and prove that the unique Memon technology neutralizes the negative effects of electromagnetic fields, reduces fine particles and dust in the air we breathe, and creates the optimal indoor climate that is so important for our health.
Memon, renature your life.
They're really, really interesting people, really kind of down to earth, humble. But what's fantastic is that their products are being used by the Austrian ski team, the Swiss ice hockey team.
Is their manager a psycho?
They're in hotels. Now you can stay in Memon certified hotels. So they're
That's so fucking funny.
way ahead in terms of research anyone else. And the other interesting thing,
carry on.
I was just going to say, the interesting thing about them is that they also say there's not a one size fits all. They're addressing all layers of the problem.
Oh, so they'll sell you multiple devices instead of one. They're so generous by offering to sell you more stuff.
Whether it's dust particles or solar panels or underfloor heating, electrosmog, EMFs, 5G, and on and on.
Okay, so they appreciate and clearly have done for a lot longer than Johnny come latelys like you and me. They've been very concerned about the mutant.
They've been scamming people while we were still in diapers.
Frequency sets bombarding our planet for 2.5 decades or thereabouts, and they've been systemically working on the solution. So it's, and being German Swiss in that arena of technological innovation, they're the cutting edge in the world certainly from
the German and the Swiss? Is it 1923? What are you talking about?
what we've seen, looking at the amazing array of products. Well, look, are they able, the Memon products, are they able, is Memon able to bring the conversation on EMF, electrosmog, and 5G into the mainstream once and for all? Because someone needs to break that impasse.
I know. Look, they're really, what I love about them, actually they're Bavarian. They're in Germany, but what I love about them is that they're very grounded and they're super careful about everything that they put out and everything that they say and how they context everything. And I think that's been very clever because they've approached it from, we have a solution for your business. We have a solution to protect your family, your home. And from that space, now more and more people, particularly in Germany and Switzerland and increasingly in France, have accepted this as just completely normal, which in turn is accepting that these things are dangerous, which in turn is allowing them to turn up the volume and start talking about this in a more mainstream way.
Terrific. I mean, also, it's very, I'm hoping that today's Lazarus Symposium broadcast, which is a 7-hour marathon, is going to do something to help also be the icebreaker here. We know we've got Elena Bensonoff and Alejandro Ferradas, who are now very famous for the soul frequency readings. I've done a number of shows with them in the last year, which have gone pretty viral. And they're the most
Hey everybody, people always ask me to test different pendants, stickers, and EMF protection devices. This is one of them. So this is a metal piece of metal EMF protective device on a band. Here's the back of it. And this is the band. This is the
Sorry, I was muted. I was saying that this is courtesy of Primal Hacker on YouTube.
Whole device. And the claim online is that, well, let's go through the testing and then we'll go through what the actual claims state. So I've got this Coronet EMF meter. So we're going to turn it on and check the background EMF so we kind of are aware. We'll do it over here so we're not close to the device. So what it's showing us is literally just the EMF that's in the backyard of my house. This is the reading. It's very low. You can tell it's like as far down in the green on this little indicator as it gets, which is great. So we don't have a lot of EMF here in our backyard. We don't have Wi-Fi on in the house. There should not be any cell phones on in the home. All right, so we're going to come back over to the device. We're just going to look at that background number again. So it's the same. We can see both from the graph, from the maximum number that it records, this holds the maximum that it sees, and then what frequency is being broadcast. And it's not really picking up a frequency because we're not really getting much. So what we're going to do is, we don't see a difference so far, but we're going to turn on a cell phone next to it. And we're going to do this first away from it and then next to it and check the readings. So we'll test this. Just turn this on, take it out of airplane mode. Okay, so I can hear the meter kind of click up a little bit. It's going to record the maximum, so you can see the maximum currently is 35. This is in, look for the units here, milliwatts per meter squared. So this phone isn't even active, so it's going to be looking for a signal. It's not going to find anything because this is not actually an active cell phone. I just turned on the Bluetooth, so you'll see it recording the Bluetooth signal. You can see that's that spike of the Bluetooth looking for something to pair. And you can see the maximum value here. So I'm going to turn this off so we can reset the maximum value and take it over to the pendant or device that we're testing. Here we are back at the device. We're going to turn this on so we get a new maximum reading. I have the cell phone turned off again, so we're going to see some background. And every time you turn this on, it does spike a little bit in the very beginning, so we like to let that normalize. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our cell phone. We're going to turn on the different modes. We should see a jump here, just like before. See if I can get this so you can see it. All right.
Isn't testing things a beautiful thing?
Okay, so we should see some numbers pop here. Okay, so we're getting those high numbers again, very similar to what we did before. We can see the frequency that it's coming at. So basically, even with this device, we could have it touching here. Oop, let's go back a little bit, and we're still going to see every time the phone pings the tower or the Wi-Fi or looks for a Bluetooth device, we're going to see this graph and this little red, yellow, green spike, as to be expected. So with these types of devices, you cannot show that the signal, let me just turn off the signal so they're not microwaving me. We can show that the signal that's hitting the body is not being reduced in any way.
Gasp, you're telling me that this company's full of shit? I can't believe it. You're telling me people go on the internet and lie to gullible people and stoke fears that are baseless in order to sell them to a solution to a problem they created or manufactured? We're fucked. Anyway. Chat, I'm nervous to end the stream. Because if I end the stream, that means it's almost tomorrow. And if it's almost tomorrow, then it's almost the next day. And that's scary. All right. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate all your support while I'm gone. Watch the VODs, I guess. If you end up deciding, oh, I'm thinking about Hannah, I'm gonna get her something stupid off her wish list. The link in this video is to that wish list on YouTube or on Twitch. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. But it'll be good. I'm excited for it to be over. I'm excited for the results, nervous for the process, if that makes sense. Steve with the Q with 1,000 bits says speedy recovery. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, who are we gonna raid? Maybe Surus. Oops,
Next, you're going to say the boobs are sticky too? They are!
Alright, have a great night, everyone. I'll see ya in a little over a week. I'll be on the Discord occasionally. I'll at everyone on Discord sometime after the surgery, after I'm, not as loopy on anesthesia and stuff. I'm nervous. Alright, let's do the raid. Thank you for all the support. I couldn't do it without you guys and all your support and your viewership. Oh, Jesse with $100 super chat says, I don't usually get to do this. Gets to a good recovery. Thank you so much, Jesse. That's so kind of you and so generous. Thank you. Here's to a good recovery. Thank you very much. Have a great night, everyone. Watch the VODs. I'll miss you all. I'll see you soon. Next time you see me, there'll be less of me. All right, bye, everyone.